The tilt is real.
Tilt is real.
This is when the tilt is real.
Welcome in to the Sunday Tilt with your hosts, the FF chef himself, Juan Carlos Pena, and John JAWN Swanson. It is Sunday, my dudes.
This is when the tilt is real. This is when the tilt is real. Good morning and welcome into the Sunday Tilt, the fantasy football Sunday Tilt, may I add. Oh, it's week 5. There's already football on, and we've already got people in the chat. So without further ado, I'd like to bring in the co-hosts of the show, Mr. Juan Carlos Pena and Mr. John JWN Swanson. What's going on, fellas? Good morning.
Pass interference. Over my shoulder, there was pass interference just now. We're into it. It's early, but we're here.
Good morning, boys.
Mr. Swanson.
It is Sunday, my dudes.
Oh,
we are
Now we
here.
started. Now we started.
Mr. Swanson went to a wedding last night. Mr. Swanson was in a wedding last night. So Mr. Swanson had a beverage or two all day on the golf course and then at the wedding, and it was great. So forgive me ahead of time for my terrible froggy voice, but it's Sunday and I'm here to get it, man.
Cool.
Let's
Let's
go.
get it.
Cool.
Yeah, even Kermit has to tilt. You know what I mean? You sound a little Kermit the Frogish right there.
I feel like I look like a little Kermit the Frog. I feel a little green. You know what I mean?
I like that.
What's going on, Zach Skywalker, John Nelson? I love it seeing the chat pop off. Good morning,
Good morning,
to you
Tilt
guys
Squad.
as well.
Good morning. Good morning.
John Nelson, I'm just going to kick it off here. I feel about Brandon Cooks.
Bright
How
and
do
early.
you feel about Brandon Cooks?
Last week, I know it was a little bit of garbage time, but he did get that touchdown. So finally, he's on the board. And, you know, we said that in his career, he was going every 17 targets, he was getting a touchdown. It had been 29. So sure enough, he got himself a touchdown. I don't hate it. I think this could be one of those fun games like it was last week with Seattle and Detroit, where they just score a bunch of points and you don't expect two teams that are kind of like meandering squads, but they could end up putting up a lot of points. So I like Brandon Cooks this week.
I like the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars are actually putting up some kind of offense.
Yes,
I mean, take the game last week at Philly out of the equation here, because before that, they were starting to grind and put some offensive points on the board. Their defense has actually been surprisingly good. And I still am on the Brandon Cooks train. I like him as a wide receiver too, or
For sure.
flex option. He mainly will see Shaq Griffin in this game, who he can beat on the outside. He does flip-flop. He plays both perimeter positions, the left side and the right side. But if he's on the right, he's going to see Shaq Griffin. He's given up the 6th most fantasy points to wide receivers. Obviously, you know, he just played against A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith last week, which will, you know, a little flub the stats a little bit. But yeah, I'm okay with Brandon Cooks. If you want to put him in your flex this week, that's great.
See,
The Giants the Packers just scored, by the way.
who scored?
I'm gonna see real fast. I think it was Dobbs.
I hope it was Dobbs. I have him in a couple.
No, it was Lazard.
Of course, the Lazard King. Yo, so a couple years ago, the Jaguars made a move and they drafted C.J. Henderson. And
No,
then,
number 87. I thought that was it. He might have just scored. Sorry.
87 is
87 is
right?
Dobbs.
Yeah, 87 is
87 is
Dobbs.
Dobbs. So
Understand.
and then they paid a lot of money to Shaq Griffin to come over from Seattle to make him be that number 1 corner. So if they didn't
Nope,
misspend that
It
money,
was Lazard.
if they didn't misspend that money, Chef, they would have had even a better defense. Shaq Griffin's been a disappointment. He was a number 1 in Seattle, and he was really good. And then they had C.J. Henderson that's not working out. So if they didn't fail on those draft picks right now with Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker, that would have been a really good defense, like the buildings of a really good defense. And Doug Peterson's always going to have a good offense. So I'm excited about that game in general. I'm excited to see that.
about the Jaguars in general.
Yeah,
And Houston,
definitely.
for that matter.
Yeah, Houston too. They're okay. I
Yeah.
like Damian Pierce.
Two
Still like some of their
rebuilding
pieces.
teams, young
Finally digging
quarterbacks,
themselves out. Yeah.
Yeah.
adding
feels
pieces
good.
every year. I like that.
Yeah, me too. That's how we feel about Brandon Cooks, because I don't think I could say anything that you guys haven't said already. Do you know where he is, right? He finished wide receiver 14 last week, I'm pretty sure. With that 7
Who's that?
57 and 1. Cooks.
Cooks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
If, like we said, you
it's
finally
it's
got in the
not
end zone
bad.
and you like the 7.
Yeah.
You like the 7 catches.
Do love that. Zach made some more moves this week. Remember last week he
Making
came through
moves.
and told us a couple big trades that he was making. So this week he looks like he traded Eckler and London for Debo, JK, and Gabe Davis.
I like that. That's spicy.
Wow. Yeah, spicy. Spicy for sure.
Yeah, give me that. Give me that Debo, JK, and Davis side.
I would stick
think-
with. I'd be too afraid to get rid of Eckler because I think Eckler is gonna. I think he's gonna pop off and have a great rest of the. I just keep telling myself this. He's gonna pop off and have a great rest of the season.
Hey, he started it last week. He got 3 touchdowns real quick. I
know,
think he's like
I
the
know.
RB5 right
It's-
now, even without having scored, right? Like he's like the RB5 or 6 on the year.
I think I wrote something down, bro. I was like, wait, that stat doesn't look right. And I think
I
that's-
like
that
the
might be one of
prospects
them.
going forward that JK's bouncing back. You saw him get in the end zone, and you get an added player in Gabe Davis. It gives you 2 wide receivers. So
Yeah. I mean, for Debo I would take Debo over London.
for sure,
He's each and every week he's going to be that
he's a
that
star.
weapon on the field. JK and Gabe Davis straight up for Eckler would have been fine by me. I think JK Dobbins is on the right path.
Oh yeah,
They don't have too many passing options this week with Rashad Bateman
Yep.
out. I think J.K. Dobbins, I believe he had 5 targets last week, and he caught all 5.
I think he gets that this week.
Yeah,
I think he gets
I
that.
think it's a big Mark Andrews game. Obviously, Devin Duvernay may see some uptick in targets, and Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, this might be the week, right?
This may be the week that Isaiah Likely shows his true potential.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, he's running back 7 right now. Eckler.
I made a
There you
trade
go.
this
Yeah.
morning too,
32
Swanson,
week
while
1,
you were
26.
hugging your
sorry, what?
pillow. While you were hugging your pillow, I made a trade this morning as well.
I've been hugging the toilet. What did you
I
where in
somehow
Dynasty or
in our
In the
league of
Prime,
record,
yeah.
the Prime,
really?
I traded DJ Moore for Brian Robinson.
You sure did.
Yeah.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Lion. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's what was proposed, countered back to me, so I accepted.
Look, if Brian Robinson didn't have that whole situation happen to him, he'd be in your starting lineup.
Probably.
Oh,
every week.
100%.
Antonio
I'm
Gibson
going
would
to
be a kick returner, and
Yeah.
Brian Robinson would be your starting running back.
Yeah, well,
That's
with
terrible.
I
love
had
Gibson.
for a little bit of background, I do have Jonathan
Maybe.
Taylor and Saquon Barkley in this league, super flex league, and I don't know what's going on with Jonathan Taylor. I did not like the looks of that offensive line for Indianapolis.
It's bad.
All I do
It's
know
so
is
bad.
when he comes back, it's the Jonathan Taylor show. They looked lost. If they don't have a passing piece and a running piece on that team, if it looks like their offense just falls apart. They can't run any play action.
But even the game before, they tried. They ran it 20 times. He only got like 40 yards. That was terrible. That was when he was healthy. So, like, I mean,
the offensive line scares me.
that's
for
the
Indy.
problem is the Indianapolis
bad.
offensive line. Yeah, but it's still Jonathan Taylor, and you're going to start him all, every game. So
Yeah,
while we're still
because he
making moves,
drafted him
right?
with the
Making
1 and
trades.
1. Yeah, still making moves here for John Nelson. He said he got a trade offer for Aaron Jones and Michael Thomas for Breece Hall and DeAndre Hopkins. This is
I
really
would
interesting. to
smash
me.
that.
I would
Take
smash.
Breece Hall
Yeah,
and DeAndre
yes.
Hopkins.
I would too.
Is Breece Hall leading the league? Him and Austin Eckler, right? In targets for running backs or catches for running backs. Like he's being targeted out of the backfield. He's being totally used in the passing game, and I love that. I love that.
I mean, I'd have to check that.
I'm on it. All right, so Hall is.
I think he's gotten like 6 targets or 6 catches. Is it in the every game this year?
So last week he was targeted 6 times. He only caught 2, but on the
Okay, it's
season
targets.
right now, he was targeted. 6 is his most, but 6 targets week 1, 1 target week 2, another 6 targets week 3, 2 targets. No, I'm sorry. Erase all that. 10, 1, 11, 6 targets.
Yeah,
not
you like the
catches.
10,
Yeah.
11, and 6. Like you like those three
Sorry.
out of the last 4, 3 out of those 4 weeks. That's a lot of targets, and they may not be great targets, maybe, and they might be like garbage time induced targets, but they're targets nonetheless. And the upside's great for him. That offense is starting to look a little better. Zach Wilson looked good
is,
at the end of that game against Pittsburgh. I think I like that side of it. I think I'll go Breece Hall, and then Hopkins when he comes back will be the true one, and he'll be a star again.
18% of the target share last week on only 6 targets.
Yeah,
That's
still I'll take
37% workload too, but it's good. It's trending in the right direction.
And 2 games with double-digit targets means that he's the guy. I think he's like 66% of the snaps on the field too, over Michael Carter. So he's definitely got the backfield to himself. I like Breece Hall going forward, and DeAndre Hopkins coming back. He'll come back probably before Michael Thomas comes back because he's out again this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd rather take D Hop rest of the season. Or
What's he do back? Week 6, right?
Yeah, after week 6. Yeah.
After week 6, so week 7.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Rest of the season, I'll take DeAndre Hopkins over Michael Thomas.
I mean, you already have a replacement on your team for Michael Thomas right now as you speak. So why not?
Olave's looking good.
Olave is looking good. I'm so happy. I have him in our league of record. I have him and Dobbs. It's difficult to actually fit them into the lineup sometimes because I want to.
Well, you could trade Olave to me if you want.
I got room for him.
We can have a conversation. Zach wants to know here this week: Deontay Johnson or Chris Godwin?
I'm scared. I think Deontay's injured.
Give me Godwin.
I think Deontay's a little banged up.
Is he?
I think we'll take Godwin.
Still?
Yeah,
and I'm not trusting. I mean,
it was
Kyer Elam from the Buffalo Bills. Let's just get straight. I know he's a rookie, but he's making his presence felt. I mean, the guy is just stopping plays in their tracks. You're only getting like 0.3 fantasy points per reception. Like, it's serious. Like, he can hold it down, and
he did a good job on Waddle. I'm pretty sure that was who was on Waddle that game against the Bills.
I think this is more of a George Pickens game, to be honest.
I don't know if it's anybody's.
I don't think it's anybody's game, to be honest. Let me retract.
I think it's more. I think he's going to get a lot of it done on the ground. Could you see that happen?
I don't think they're going to get much done at all, and I think it's going to be a barn burner.
The implied score is 30-16.
Yeah,
it's a 46 over under, and they're 14-point favorites, so it's 30-16 Buffalo. That means 3 field goals and 1 touchdown drive for the Steelers. It doesn't feel like it's a huge offensive explosion kind of game for them. Deontay, I mean, I love him, love the target share, but the injury concerns me. And you're right, Pickens is coming on as of late. Pickett and Pickens they practiced a lot together in the training camp and preseason. They have a little bit of a chemistry, I feel like. And that game just scares me altogether. I'd rather go Godwin, and maybe he has a huge game.
Yeah, I would say Godwin. The matchup against Atlanta is great.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I would go Godwin here, Zach.
I'd say Godwin.
I wish I had them both to start them, though, if I had to. On some of my teams, I wish I had both of them.
Yeah, and you could, too. Yeah. Edmonds or Penny for Zach as well?
Penny.
Is he still is he cleared?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Who, Penny?
I'm pretty sure he's good to go.
Yeah, I think he's playing today.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's good to go. And I would definitely go Penny. I don't trust Edmonds' work he's been getting lately. It could be one of those like San Francisco South situations, and this week it's Edmonds, and next week it's Mostert, but it feels like it's been trending Mostert, and he's been getting the bulk of it. So I would go Penny for sure.
Yeah, he wasn't on the final injury report for week 5. So, yeah, I think he's going to go against the Saints. I'm not trusting Edmonds. We talked about this pre-show, Juan, how the usage of Raheem Mostert, especially in the passing game, is quite trivial when you're coming to see who you should put in your lineup. Edmonds there gets like the second-hand production, which I don't like.
No.
I mean, we drafted Edmonds as a sneaky RB2 hopeful, and Raheem Mostert has just come in and taken over the job, familiar with the offense. I have reserves on Edmonds, and I'm trying to get him off of any redraft leagues that I'm in. So, yeah, to answer the question fully, I'm still playing Penny over against the Saints, even though Edmonds has a great matchup against the Jets. Side note, Ken Walker has been hurt throughout the week, so he may not even play today.
So then Penny might get even more carries. He's
going to get the carries regardless. He's a starter. But
to hammer it down, if you look at Chase Edmonds, it was 63% of the snaps, 51, 44, 28. It's been going down and down and down each week, and the targets haven't been more than 4 all year. So, yeah, I'm going to go definitely Penny.
It's crazy they haven't used Edmonds' pass catcher, which is what I drafted him.
Me too. Right. No more than 4.
No more than 4. 4, 3, 1, 3. Through 4 weeks. Yeah, that's sad.
It's kind of wild.
TS, what's going on? Welcome in. I've got a flex question here. Gibson, Mostert, or Renfro for a PPR flex?
Wow.
That's tough.
Mostert off of concussion protocol. Renfro off of concussion protocol. He's got L'Jarius Sneed.
It is a shootout situation though against Kansas City where points are going to be scored. I don't know that I can, it's a concussion. He's not coming back from a hamstring, you know what I mean, or a groin. Once you're cleared, he's back to Hunter Renfro and he's back in that slot. It's just there's a lot of mouths to feed, but he seems to find a way to get his targets and get in there. That's a tough one. This is a pretty good tilt right here because you can make a case for all three of these to start.
And this was my point with the Renfro thing, and I'm glad you mentioned it. A lot of mouths to feed because you sit there and look at it. This is like the first game where everybody's coming back and everybody's had practiced through the whole week. You got Josh Jacobs healthy, who we saw catch a lot of passes last week. He finished as the RB1.
Maybe because Renfro was out.
Correct. We have Waller coming back this week, finally put in a full week of practice. That's another thing that I'm worried about. And obviously you have Devontae Adams there, who's going to soak up at least 12 targets in every game. Gibson, we have the comeback of Brian Robinson this week, which I don't believe he gets too much. He may be on the field, maybe 20% snap share. All right, his first game back, he impressed through practice. I think they front loaded him off the IR and then just made him totally active for this game. It could be a complete timeshare game one up against a Tennessee defense that we saw get torched, but also held back Saquon Barkley until one big play.
Right.
So I want to.
They're actually stout against the run. They leak like a sieve against the passing game.
Right.
The Titans and the Commanders too.
Well, Gibson can be one of those guys that can catch something. And we have Jahan Dotson out. So Curtis Samuel may have to play a little bit more outside. I know they have Diami Brown out there. They're going to put him on the perimeter. Terry McLaurin's a very nice option today.
Yeah, DFS for sure.
Yeah. Mostert, I think, is my pick here. Against the bad Jets defense that gives up points to the running back, we can see that the Dolphins are clearly the better team. And I think Mostert could get into the end zone. So give me Mostert today.
I like the uptick in Mostert. The same way that the Edmonds stats have been coming down, Mostert's usage has been going up. If I knew I was going to get the 7 catches from Gibson that we saw in week 1 that we haven't seen since, like he hasn't been utilized in the passing game, I might want to go Gibson. And I like the shootout for Renfro. But yeah, Mostert's the guy that's going to give you 15 carries and 60 yards at least and has a chance to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mostert too. You're going a little bit in and out because I'm at a hotel. The Wi-Fi is not great. Did you take Mostert one or did you take Gibson?
Yeah, we both took Mostert.
We all went Mostert, yeah.
Okay, it's going in and out, so I'm trying to keep up and follow along.
Consensus Mostert, yeah.
TS2. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm on board with that as well. James Robinson or Jeff Wilson in a flex PPR for TS. I'm just gonna keep doing my James Robinson victory lap forever.
Do it.
I'm just so happy for the man in general. But
yeah, he's looked good, and he's got. I think he's got that matchup, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That matchup against Houston's juicy. Mm-hmm. Like if you're gonna, he probably is gonna be
the
in my
worst
DFS
run defense.
Yeah.
They're allowing the most fantasy points to running backs in the league, on average 34 points a week. I'm not saying that James Robinson's going to get all of that. He's averaging around 15 points per week, which is perfectly fine. And I don't know if you get all those points out of Jeff Wilson today, which you might. I mean, he's been doing his thing. He's averaging about 70 yards a game, but the fact that James Robinson catches passes and does all the jazz.
They like him at the goal line.
Yeah, they like him at the goal line. I'm not afraid of ETN's usage in this matchup.
No.
Give me James Robinson.
Yeah.
Slam dunk.
I'm glad you mentioned you're not afraid of ETN's usage because I'm not either.
Not in this one, no.
Yeah.
Not in this
week.
one.
Yep. I want to jump down to Sarah Riley here. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Sarah.
We know Sarah Riley does have PPR, so she needs 2 here from between Marquise Brown, T. Higgins, Jeff Wilson, and Amon-Ra.
You got to play Amon-Ra.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to coming back off the injury.
Not cleared. Still not completely cleared, but
I mean, we'll find out before the end of the end of the show, right?
I'll eliminate Hollywood.
It's a 1:00 game.
Yeah, we'll find out by 11:30. I want to eliminate Hollywood Brown here.
Yeah,
that I don't like the matchup and the health. The combination of the two things is just not good for me.
I'll agree with that. And getting shadowed by Darius Slay.
That's what I mean. That
Yeah.
matchup it's been a void. Like whoever you start against Slay this year, it has been like, oh, you shouldn't have started that guy.
Yeah, because I think Darius Slay shadows, and they say it all the time, but I think James Bradbury has a lot to do with it too. James Bradbury's
Sure.
been able to cover the other side of the field, leaving Darius
Yep.
Slay to do whatever the heck he wants.
And Avonte Maddox made the jump inside to nickel, but he's good outside too. He's one of the fastest guys in the league. Like he can cover anybody. So that's the problem with that defense is no matter what you do to him, you're going to end up going up against Mr. Swanson's so proud. Yeah, you're going up against the wall in that secondary.
So give me Higgins against the beat up, banged up
Yep.
Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
And give
In
me
a shootout. Hopefully a shootout.
Give me
Hopefully we get a
Amon
nice
Ross St. Brown up against Miles Bryant, who's been giving up points to the fantasy slot receiver, and Amon Ra will do that easily
Yeah, I
this
like
week.
I
If he
like
plays,
Higgins and
if he plays.
I like Higgins and Amon Ra. Amon Ra if he's healthy, yeah.
I was gonna, Higgins
We're gonna
and
wait
Amon Ra.
We're gonna wait on the news for Amon
It
Ra.
is half PPR, so that I like Jeff Wilson's an interesting proposition, but I would definitely
That's
eliminate
true.
Hollywood Brown here to make it easier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amon
I'm
Ra
with you on
is
that
a
too.
true game time decision today. Oh, let me
Is
get
that
some
what
of these
they said? True game
injuries
time
in there.
decision.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
I
Yeah, we
hate
got to
those.
monitor that. Maybe we'll get some other news. I have him in my starting lineup right now, just because I don't want to.
As you should.
Yeah, you have to though. You're hoping he's
Of
playing.
course. Ruby, what's going on? Welcome in. Mike Williams, Jeff Wilson, Pierce, and Cooks. We have to bench one for full PPR.
Wow, I don't want to bench any of them. I like all four.
Yeah.
What do we have to do?
You got to bench
gotta
either
bench
Mike
one of these
Williams,
guys.
Jeff Wilson, Damian Pierce, or Brandon Cooks. I don't think Keenan Allen's playing. I don't think Gerald Everett is playing. I'm pretty sure Joshua Palmer popped up on the injury report this week. So that may be a huge target game for Mike Williams.
I'm gonna go Mike Williams, Jeff Wilson, and Pierce. I don't like playing the running back and the wide receiver in the same game. I know Pierce is going to get the usage. We've seen the usage, so he's my minus. I mean, Cooks is my minus in this situation. I like Mike Williams. Keenan Allen not playing today.
Yeah. I like Williams for sure. I'm
Yeah,
in with you on
Williams.
Pierce, but I might go Cooks over Jeff Wilson. I feel like that game has sneaky shootout potential for me, and I'd like to take the upside on Cooks.
Fair enough. I don't hate it.
I don't mind him getting a long touchdown this week. I don't, getting a 40, 50-yard touchdown this week.
I mean,
And-
depending on your roster and really what you need for this week. I mean, I guess that's a later game, right? The Jeff Wilson and or not the Pearson Cooks game. Or no, that's early. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah, it's
Most of
early.
the games are early this week. There's only 3 at 4 o'clock games. I feel like it's a nap kind of after,
The Wilson,
nap
the
during the
Jeff
first half.
Wilson game is the later game.
That's the one.
4:05 kickoff. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, this one really is tough, but I think I would.
Not a bad problem to have though, Ruby. Like if you're gonna have problems,
That's
like that's I don't think you can go wrong here. You might miss out on a boom if you sit Wilson or if you sit Cooks. Like Wilson might get 2 touchdowns this week. Cooks can get that long one. You never know.
Let me check something real quick from.
I'm definitely playing Mike Williams, Pierce. It's out of Jeff Wilson and Cooks, in my opinion.
Yeah, for me. That's kind of where it is too. Last season against.
And it's full PPR.
Carolina.
Oh,
So that's what makes it tough.
Yeah, that's what makes it tough. I'm gonna say Wilson. I'm gonna expect Cooks to get more looks. It's
I'm gonna say-
close.
Yeah, I'll sit Wilson too and take my chances that Cooks has one of those big Brandon Cooks games. He's starting to show life. And they're going to need it, I think,
Yeah.
against the Jags to keep up. I think that's going to be a good game.
yeah. All right. I'm with you.
Let's
Give me
go.
Cooks. Give me Cooks. Take
Cool.
Wilson out.
Word. I like that. I want to transition back down to Ruby for the second one too. Said unfortunately they started Dylan again, which game's still going, right? Did I miss something? Did he get hurt?
Yeah, it's not too late.
Okay. I thought I missed something. I don't know. A little banged up the last
Oh.
24 hours. So Jeff
Steve's got a
Wilson,
bench,
Garrett
too.
Wilson, Ramondre, and Mike Williams. All right, so we have to bench 2 out of these now.
Player wide receivers. Play wide receivers.
I'm on board with that.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
So you're benching Jeff Wilson and Ramondre.
Yeah, Mike
Yep.
Williams is the must start out of that whole group right there, and I can definitely be talking to Garrett Wilson over both running backs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Brad Erseg, what's up? Welcome back. Needs one for full
Welcome
PPR.
back, Brad.
Gabe Davis or Josh Reynolds. And did you just say Josh Reynolds popped up on the? I know you said Josh
No,
Palmer.
Palmer. Yeah, Palmer. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, never mind.
Ooh, Gabe Davis or Josh Reynolds. I have the same exact tilt, and I'm fighting with myself which one I want to pick up and play.
What's going through your head, Chef?
Gabe Davis, we haven't seen it yet since week 1. I know he's been battling the hamstring issue or whatever was going on, but he did play last week. Only had one target, caught 1 ball, or 3 targets, 1 ball for minimal yardage. And Josh Reynolds, Josh Reynolds should be played if Amon-Ra doesn't.
100%. That's where I would have gone.
And
with
that's where I'm at. And so if the injury report comes back, says that Amon-Ra, game time decision, Amon-Ra is playing, I am not playing Josh Reynolds. So give me Gabe Davis as of right now.
Yeah, contingent on whether
against
or not
a crappy Pittsburgh defense that have just been giving up points.
Yeah, in the 2 games that Amon-Ra missed, he's got 18 targets combined, 13 catches from 18 targets.
Well, let me ask you this,
Josh
because
Reynolds.
I have a similar tilt, and this is my personal tilt. So Gabe Davis versus Cam Sutton, all right, or J.K. Dobbins versus a 7th ranked rushing defense for fantasy points versus the running back.
Because of the usage and the maybe gets a touchdown, I go J.K. Dobbins because Cam Sutton's been shutting people down.
He has been.
So he's been pretty solid. And like you said, you haven't seen it from Gabe Davis yet. We got to see it last week a little bit from J.K. Dobbins. So in that particular tilt, I would go with J.K. Dobbins.
Right. Plus the
touchdown.
minimal passing targets that
no Bateman.
Yeah.
So J.K. Dobbins has a chance to catch a couple balls.
Yeah.
I like Dobbins in that tilt. I like how Chef slid a tilt in there. Hybrid rate.
Yeah, Chef, clever, really nice. What was that tilt? I had to go open the door. That was Dobbins versus
Dobbins
versus
or Gabe
ranked.
Davis.
Oh, Gabe Davis, yeah.
Oh, is that it? Nope, that was just a commercial.
Seventh ranked run defense.
The
right?
Bengals are, they're a pretty good rush
Bengals,
defense, against the running back. Yeah. But still, you got to trust that he might get in the end zone and he gets the usage no matter what. And then, like Chef said, if there's no Rashad Bateman and you're limited, you got to throw the ball to somebody and maybe he gets a few catches.
Yeah, they were using him too. He looked good.
Yeah, that's the other thing. He passed the eyeball test.
Yeah, he did. All right, Vade134, what's going on? Welcome in.
Vade
2 questions. Got to pick 2 here between Thielen, Lockett, DJ Moore, and then we got to pick 1 between Damian Harris and Antonio Gibson. So we got to drop one of these wide receivers. I think I know Chef wants to drop DJ Moore.
Yeah, he's definitely dropping DJ Moore.
Yeah.
But I don't love Thielen either.
Thank you.
Pick 2.
I don't.
Yeah.
Thielen had 9 targets last week against
I'll
New
pick
Orleans.
Lockett for sure.
Yeah, Lockett's the
give me
lock it up with Lockett.
How are the Bears?
Terrible.
Okay, so the Bears are 30.
You had to ask.
No, I know. Okay, so the Bears right now are actually on paper 3rd against wide receivers, but that's also going up against San Francisco, Green Bay, Houston, and the Giants. So other than Debo in that group, they haven't really faced a true number 1 wide receiver, right? So now they're going to face Jefferson today. And I think Thielen might be able to actually get some work out of those targets.
Yeah, I say Jalen Johnson's the only cornerback on the Bears that I trust to be a decent player. And so if he's on Jefferson, then I guess we'll go Adam Thielen has a better game than DJ Moore. I need to see it from DJ Moore. He's getting the targets, but Baker stinks on ice. It just hasn't been really good.
Yeah, I'm not playing DJ Moore up against Emmanuel Mosley.
No,
San Francisco defense is on
so
fire.
Good. Yeah, very good, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't see DJ Moore doing anything. If you have to pick 2 out of this, give me Thielen and Lockett.
Old reliables, baby.
And then
we
don't know what's going to happen with Antonio Gibson. So give me Damian Harris in this situation.
Yeah, I'll go Harris over Gibson.
Yeah,
like we said, Tennessee's not bad against the run. They're just terrible against the pass. So I'd rather go Damian Harris.
I think Harris has a decent matchup. Yeah, the Detroit Lions are
Yeah.
31st best against the running back.
That means they're second worst.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice way to
Cup's
put
half
it.
full.
I think the
Tilt
cup is
squad.
almost empty.
Tilt Squad, I got to say thank you to everybody real quick here because the chat is blowing up. So stick with us. I promise you, we're going to get to your tilts. I'm going to keep jumping around here. Vade,
What's
thank
up?
you for the
Real
tilt. That was a
quick,
good one.
what's up to Kicks from Mike? You ain't gotta apologize for being late, fam. My man Swanson's hung over and at a wedding. You know what I mean? We're here now. It's never too late to tilt.
Oh yeah, man, love him. Don't apologize at all. I'm in bad shape right now. I'm barely holding it together. You know what I mean? All right, Sir Cam Lanes, what's going on? Michael Carter or ETN? I love the ETN spelling.
I love it. Yeah. Oh man, this is tough because
This
they're both
one,
getting the
this
same
is
kind of
tough
fade.
because they're getting the
Same
same.
kind.
They both feel the same, right?
Yeah, the usage is terrible. The one thing I'll
Right.
go here is I would go slightly edge to Etienne because of the matchup and the likelihood that that game ends up being some kind of fun little AFC South, nobody's playing defense shootout, and Etienne gets involved in the passing game or somehow gets a big play because Michael Carter's not been getting the shares. He hasn't been getting the plays, and he's not on the field as much. So 66% is going to Breece Hall. So it's very limited what Michael Carter's been getting. So I like the opportunity for Etienne to have a bit of a chance here.
Yeah, give me Etienne.
Yeah.
Michael Carter's on the downslope.
Yeah, good tilt, though. Good tilt.
Yeah, okay. I agree. Yeah, 32nd against running backs too. Oof. All right, 32nd are the Texans.
Yeah, we just said the Lions were second worst. We just found out who the worst is. So yeah, it's definitely the Texans. So yeah, let me get a little piece of that action. I'll take James Robinson. I'll take Etienne. I'll take them either one. Maybe even both.
Yeah, maybe even both. Situation where you could start him. Cam Lanes, thanks for the tilt. Jump another to Brad here. Another one is full flex for Deontay Johnson or Curtis Samuel. We talked about Deontay a little bit earlier. How do we feel about Samuel between full PPR?
Well,
flex
no Jahan Dotson, right, Chef?
No Dotson, but he does. Yeah, give me Samuel.
Yeah. Tennessee's not great against the pass. They're good against the run. They're not great against the pass. So I would definitely take Samuel.
I mean, they're really bad against the perimeter receivers more so than anything else. I think McLaurin, like you said earlier, is probably going to have a good day. And there goes Saquon Barkley breaking it across the 35 of Green Bay. Thank you. Finally.
And it's 17-3.
Wow.
Packers.
Sorry for that little intro.
But we're here for fantasy, so
give me
go Saquon.
Give me Curtis Samuel. I think he's been doing what he needs to
Chef,
do.
There's no Jahan Dotson. He might even line up outside a little bit, Curtis Samuel. You might see him get something.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like Diami Brown just slides in and goes.
Oh, no. Diami Brown is still the 3. I think they do run some more packages. They have Brian Robinson out there. You may see Antonio Gibson in the slot.
Yep. And then
Samuel. Yeah, I think Samuel, they're going to use him as a technician like they have been doing throughout the season.
Plus, Deontay's got the injury concerns.
Yeah. And and up against a bad defense. I mean, a great defense in Buffalo Bills, right?
Yeah.
And a rookie quarterback, yeah. Give me Curtis Samuel. For sure. Chris Thomason, I'm sorry.
Chris Thomason,
welcome in. Waller or Higbee? First tight end till
Damn it. This is going to be the week where I'm going to say Higbee and it comes back to haunt me, but I just don't like what Waller's been doing, right?
I mean, Waller hasn't been doing much.
Yeah, but Higbee is like Matthew Stafford's like side piece. Like he's number 2. Like he loves Kupp, but if he can't get Kupp, he's going to Higbee. It's never Allen Robinson. It's never anybody else on that team. I'm going with Cooper Kupp, but if Cooper Kupp's not available, I'm gonna throw it to Higbee 10 times for 73 yards. Like, all right, that's what I'll do now.
Trying to see Waller's matchup.
Yeah,
here.
Waller's.
It's not a really great matchup. Give me Higbee.
Yeah, again,
give me Higbee.
Renfro's back. Too many mouths to feed. We're throwing it to Jacobs 6 times a game. 12 targets for Adams. Like,
I'm not scared about Anthony Barr. He's only ranked 54.6 in PFF standings, compared to 66. Tyler Higbee, obvious advantageous matchup for Tyler Higbee here. I'm going with Higbee.
Yeah,
he's a PPR monster right now.
I like that game, by the way. That's one of those games I want to see. I want to see that Rams-Cowboys game a little bit. I want to see Micah Parsons work. I want
very evenly matched.
I want to see Trayvon Diggs against Cooper Kupp, see if he shadows him all game long. I'd be intrigued to see that. So, yeah, I like Higbee as a little check down target monster.
Yeah. There's going to be a couple of those games this week where I think they're just going to be fun. Like, they're not like crazy like high marquee teams, but like it's gonna be like the Titans Commanders game. I think that's gonna be a fun one too.
Yeah,
What's
we
the
talked
over
about
under on that?
we talked about Jacksonville and Houston too. That's a tough game. And your game, Mr. Swanson, Arizona against the Eagles is must-see TV. Both those quarterbacks are electric on both sides of the ball. Like it's going to be a up and down all game long kind of thing. I can't wait to see that game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one to watch. Cool. Moving on down to Monique. What's going on? Would we
So Monique,
Welcome back, Monique.
start Ramondre versus Detroit or Singletary versus Pittsburgh?
Singletary? Barely.
I think I'm get close, but I think I might start Singletary.
Just because he's the lead and then Damian Harris, I don't know.
Yeah.
That damn split is like almost exactly 50-50.
79% of the running back attempts last week for Singletary, 7%
yeah,
workload. He's been
it's
getting the
Singletary.
work.
It's Singletary.
Singletary. Yeah, it's
You
Singletary.
have to play Singletary in this setup right here. I mean, he's been doing everything that he needs to do as a primary running back. I mean, he's only getting about 10 snaps, 10 attempts a game. But last week he averaged 4.4 versus Baltimore. And the targets, this is where it comes in. Versus Miami, it was 11 targets, which we probably won't see that many this week up against a crappy Pittsburgh defense. But even Baltimore last week, Baltimore's defense isn't that good. He got 5 targets, caught 4 of them for 47 yards. He is what we hoped James Cook was going to be in this offense. Singletary has stepped up to the plate with the competition next to him, and he's showing these rookies what he needs to do. So give me Singletary here as a guarantee play. I know Ramondre could break one against the Detroit defense, but it's going to be Damian Harris first and foremost.
Is it Bailey Zappi?
Yeah.
Or Hoyer today? Who's starting?
It's
Bailey Zappi?
It's Zappi.
Yeah, give me Devin Singletary.
Let's not make it too
Singletary.
zappy.
Let's not mess around too much with the Patriots players today.
Yeah. I like this. What's coming in here from Chris Thomason too. So Chris has a waiver question that needs to be answered before one, so let's help him out.
All right.
Or her. I'm sorry. So they have White as a handcuff because they have Lenny. But next week, his opponent's starting quarterback is out, and the week after that, his quarterback is on a bye. So should he drop Rachaad White for Derek Carr?
Yes.
Yeah. Like that's the best QB he's got on waivers right now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I would do that.
Who does Carr play?
I like Carr against Kansas City. Kansas City Monday night.
Kansas City next week.
Oh,
it's for next week's.
Oh, for next week.
It's next week's matchup.
It's for next week.
Let me find out real fast. Hang on.
I love the chat. Zach's in there telling us Hoyer's on IR. Justin's calling out the Barkley run.
Wait a minute.
They're going against. No, they have a bye next week.
They have a bye.
No.
The Raiders have a bye next week, so no, I would not do that.
No, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I have a waiver question needs to be answered before. Wait, is a handcuff? And then after, I got to go back to this real quick.
So it's 2 weeks from now that he's talking about. So he's talking about week 7.
Oh, so he's looking up.
I mean,
ahead.
I don't know if you have to do that right now.
Week 7
Yeah, because there's
against
still going to be
Houston.
other options. It sounds like you're in a 1 QB league and you're going to be able to pick somebody else up.
Yeah, maybe. But
Yeah.
Las Vegas does play Houston week 7 out of the bye.
Juicy. Yeah.
So
Chris says he's literally the best quarterback on waivers right now. Like it might not be. Just
I mean, he is. And if Chef,
I don't think if you don't need Rachaad White, if he's just sitting there, I'm guaranteed that, like, I mean,
he might still be there.
Usage is still picking up a little bit, but he may still be there, like Juan was leading to. So yeah, if you want to protect your quarterback situation going through your bye week and you want to pick him up early, yeah, sure. Or you have a wide receiver that's not doing anything for you. Like if you have a Greg Dortch, by week 7, he's going to be gone because DeAndre Hopkins is coming back. That's another player that you want to look to drop or try to trade off. Like Richie James today, he's doing great right now. 2 for 15 so far. Slayton out of nowhere is catching balls today. Be careful.
Well, they're out of options.
Deep sleeper. Yeah. But
yeah,
they're doing it against this Green Bay defense, and they're inside the 5.
For Chris Thomas's question, though, I like Carr this week against Kansas City, and I like him 2 weeks from now, like you said, against Houston, against that defense coming off the bye. Yeah. That's a really good spot to start Derek Carr. He'd probably be a top 5 DFS type guy that day.
Cool. I like it. Giuseppe, what's going on? Welcome back.
Hey, Giuseppe, como se va?
Jeez. Had Jeff Wilson, James Conner, Algier, or Singletary. We got to pick 2, and Giuseppe is in a half PPR. Huh.
Half point PPR. Wilson and
Alright, so-
Singletary
Yep.
jump off the page to me here.
They do. I
They
don't
do.
like the matchup against the Eagles for Connor, and I don't like Algier against Tampa Bay.
No,
I agree.
I don't.
Yep.
Even though
Well,
Algier
wow.
has been, he's been used
Good.
against the tackles.
I like him, yeah. And I know Tampa Bay the other night on Sunday Night Football was, giving up a lot of runs to Pacheco and to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but that's different when you're playing that big deep 2 shell and trying to, you
They're
don't
trying
have
to
a
hold back
box.
the
Yeah.
offense
Yeah.
on the passing game.
There were lanes. There were
They were
lanes to
willing
run.
to give up the running
They
game.
were. They're not going to be so inclined to do that. They're going to test
But
Mariota
not against
instead.
Atlanta, yeah.
Monique, you're the best. Let's go. We got a sub.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
another sub. Let's go.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
that's awesome.
Welcome to the
That
Tilt
makes our
Squad.
day on
Tilt
Sunday.
Squad.
Hey,
Monique.
Tilt Squad.
the bona fides or the bona fides of the Tilt Squad are real. Everybody in that chat is champions. Justin's a champion. Zach's a champion. Like all these guys in here have trophies that they got last year. Brad, Lucius, everybody all showed off their trophies last year. So that's pretty cool.
I love it. I love it. I
Here
love
it
it.
is. Here it is. Look at the next question.
But
Which
the
one? Which
I
one?
knew it.
Which one?
The one that you had Herbert up there.
Oh yeah, kicks for Mike. All right, cool. What's going on? Kicks for Mike.
Kicks for
Welcome
Mike.
back, bud. Pierce, Herbert, and Mostert. For
I'm
running
hoping we
back
have to
two.
pick 2. We only have to pick 1, and give me Pierce.
yes.
If the question is, do we pick 2? The obvious is out of Herbert and Mostert, and Juan and I talked about this.
But if no Monty,
Monty
Herbert?
is the
That's what I was
question
gonna say.
mark here. If Monty's
Yeah.
a game time decision. If Monty plays, I am fading Herbert a little bit,
enough to
and
put
then
Pierce ahead of him.
enough to put Pierce ahead of him and Mostert ahead of him.
Yeah, if they split, I think so. If they split, I think so.
Who are you fading?
Herbert, if Montgomery plays.
If Montgomery doesn't play, Herbert's going to have a heck of a day, and you should definitely have him
Yeah,
in your lineup.
I'll start Khalil Herbert if Montgomery is all the way out. But if Montgomery is playing and they're going to be splitting the carries, then that would move Damian Pierce slightly up on that list for me.
Monty,
And Chef would move Mostert and Pierce ahead of Herbert.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Herbert,
one
Pierce,
for the
Mostert
other,
right
yeah.
now. And if the Chef says if Montgomery plays, he would move Herbert down to the bottom of the list.
Correct. Yep. That's it. That's the move. Love it. Kicks for Mike. Great tilt again, as usual. I'm gonna go
As
back up to the
always.
top on here. I can hit one more for Chris real quick.
Sure.
No, before I get there, I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna stop here at Marcos. Marcos Valdez, welcome back.
Welcome back, Marcos.
Half point
Hey.
here. Some work to do. Waddle, Olave, Godwin, Kamara, and Jamal Williams. We have to sit one, and then defense question between Dallas or Philly.
I'd start Dallas defense.
You're gonna start the Dallas defense.
I'm going to start the Dallas defense.
Against the Rams.
Yeah, they can't block anybody. I like Micah Parsons being in the backfield. They could have like 15 sacks today, let alone like 9 that they gave up last week. So yeah, no, I think I would take the Dallas defense. They can't run the ball either. Like Dallas can get run on because they put so much pressure on the edges and it creates those little running lanes so they can get run on a little bit. But they've been really stout against the pass, and the Rams can't run it against anybody. So I don't trust them to run the ball.
Give me Philly defense, and the only reason why I say this is because of the passing weapons. James Conner, touchdown, Bellinger, let's go. Sorry. The only reason why is because the offense for the Arizona Cardinals hasn't been really able to move the ball, and Philly has been stellar on defense. Yes, they had a bad weather game last week, but I don't think that the Arizona Cardinals are going to be able to keep up. In Dallas, yes, Dallas defense has been great. I'm not discounting them one bit, yet they still are going to give up points and yards to Cooper Kupp each and every week. Doesn't matter. No one has been able to shut down Cooper Kupp, and no one can shut down Cooper Kupp. That's the only reason why I choose Philly in that sense.
I was going to say that same thing when I picked Dallas. I was
As
like,
far
the
as
only reason
sitting-
I want to go on the other side really is Cup is a big piece of that for me. For sure.
As far as sitting one of these players, and it's half point PPR, which really doesn't make it too much of a difference for me. Man, I'm gonna sit.
I'm going to say Waddle.
It's out of Waddle, Godwin, and Kamara for me.
Yeah.
I'd sit Waddle, Guys, he had a little bit of a.
He was a little banged up,
He's
but
a little banged up.
Tyreek Hill, if
He's
Tyreek
also
Hill
banged up.
doesn't play,
He's got the quad problem too.
Waddle is going to see a lion's share of targets.
I don't really trust my Dolphins in that game, Chef. I don't like that game. I think I sit Waddle here out of all these players. I love Jamal
Really?
Williams, especially Swift isn't playing. Kamara's first game back, but you got to start him because he's a star. We like the matchup with Godwin we said against Atlanta, so like we got to play him.
I love the matchup with Waddle against the Jets.
If he's healthy.
And
I don't love Bridgewater.
I mean, if he's that's those two things.
And the other thing I was going to push back a little bit on is the travel thing. Like we're on the road, we're playing against the Jets. They're a team on the rise. They're doing a little bit better right now. We're banged up. We're playing with Teddy Bridgewater, so that scares me. Similarly, like the Eagles are great defensively, not taking that away. I've been singing their praises, but they don't play defense as well on the road. Like we saw them give up 30 plus points to the Detroit Lions in week 1 on the road. And it is Kyler with the BS comeback stuff at the end of the game where even if the Eagles are up, let's say, 31-13 going into the fourth quarter, this guy's going to come out here and make some plays and rack up some yards at the end of the game, and it's going to push it over the 20-point threshold. And Stafford loves to give you the ball. He loves to turn the ball over at least once, maybe twice, and Diggs loves to get his hands on it. They're opportunistic, so I take my chances with Dallas still. I would push back on that. But, yeah, but I agree. Give you Waddle if you guys want to set Waddle.
Oh, I really want to sit Kamara, man.
Well, can I transition this tilt?
I'm nervous about his usage, and I want to see, like, he's still like a game time decision, isn't he? I got to see this.
Kamara?
Yeah.
Kamara was ruled out of the Packers.
Yeah, he was ruled out of this one. He's expected to play in this one, and the Seahawks ranked 29th against fantasy running backs, which is great. They're giving up 154 yards per game on the ground, it's a perfect matchup for Kamara, but Kamara missed week 4 because of a rib issue.
Week 7 versus Seattle, Kamara 20 for 51 on the ground, 10 on 11 targets for 128 and 1. He absolutely torched Seattle.
No Michael Thomas. I expect them to throw the ball to him a lot. We got the red rifle in.
We're already playing Olave.
I'll start them both. I don't care. I'll start Olave and Kamara.
That's a situation where I'm
and you're going to sit Waddle. All right.
Well,
or is it Waddle or Godwin?
I'd sit Waddle. I think Godwin gets more of the targets, and against Atlanta, I trust Brady to go to Godwin a lot more. I don't trust our matchup. I mean, if Hill doesn't play, then I would go with you, and I'd probably sit Godwin. But I'm starting Olave for sure, and I can't sit Kamara and Jamal Williams.
Yeah, wait for the news. I would put Waddle over
put a
Godwin
on this one, Mr. Swanson. Let's come back at that. When
yeah,
we know
I
more.
would put Waddle over Godwin right now. If Tyreek Hill is out, I'm definitely playing Waddle over Godwin. It's just that the target share is just going to be crazy.
That makes sense.
We know what he could do with the ball. So
it's a beautiful day here too, by the way. It's not because he's on the road in a tough game against the Jets or anything.
No. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with target share.
We don't have our weatherman Joe Martucci today because it's beautiful skies all over the nation today for all the football games.
Finally.
No weather.
A couple of windy games, but nothing weather forecast worthy. Joe and I talked about that yesterday afternoon.
Shout out Joe Martucci.
Shout out Joe. Just because the weather's not bad doesn't mean it ain't good. Does that make sense? That last question. So if we take, we're going to come back to that one with the Waddle take. So going back up here for Brad Irsay, do you go with Teddy Two Gloves or Wentz in a 6-point league?
Give me Wentz.
Yeah.
Give me Wentz.
Tennessee's leaking like a sieve.
Yeah.
He's had enough.
You know what I mean?
Wentz likes to do that, right? 2 bad games, 1 good game, 2 bad games, 1 good game. Like that's Wentz recipe.
Due.
Yeah, he's due for a good one.
And it's Tennessee that they can put up some points, and their defense is pretty bad. So
36 points a game.
If Tyreek Hill plays, I would have to maybe switch to the Teddy Two Glove side, but either way, I'm playing Wentz this week. Yeah.
He makes Bridgewater a better quarterback instantly, but I still think that Wentz would be your
He's still going to make mistakes.
Yeah, I'll go Wentz. Exactly. But they're both going to make mistakes. If we're going by mistakes, both of them are going to do it. But
man, the chat is still going, boys.
Let's go.
Goodness. All right, so I'm going to go. I'm jumping around here. I'm going to get to I got Monique right here, one that I walked over. She kind of wants to drop Julio. Who would be the best pickup between Josh Palmer, Corey Davis, Devin Duvernay, or Isaiah McKenzie? Wow.
Today?
McKenzie. Wow. Go ahead. McKenzie right now is on fire. He may or may not play. He has to pass concussion protocol. But if he does play, he's going to show
Drop
his true
Julio.
potential today.
First of all, go ahead.
Yeah,
and
you
drop
could drop Julio. But
good. Just
Corey
do it.
Davis is another interesting
I was
one.
gonna say Corey Davis has been on
Yeah.
fire. That's 3 straight games with like over 70 yards receiving, isn't it? Something along those lines. And then Duvernay,
Yeah.
if Bateman's not
Yeah,
playing, that's
40.
interesting too.
Yeah, but I mean, that would be like a 1-week rental. I think
Yeah.
if you pick up Isaiah McKenzie, even if he doesn't play this week,
You have him all season.
you have him all season, and he's just going to continue to grow in that offense, and it's a pass-first offense with Josh Allen as your quarterback.
Yeah,
Fun.
you saw him fall off after the first week. He had a little drop season. Then
And
he
Corey
came back.
Davis
Now
has
you
been
trust him.
known to disappear,
Yeah.
especially
That's
with
true.
you have
Juan, is
Garrett
Xavier
Wilson,
Howard
the
playing?
upcoming.
Game time.
Game time as well. Man,
And
we
I don't
gotta
trust.
pay- We have a lot of injuries to go.
Listen, I don't trust that groin anyway. You saw it last week. As soon as he gave up the big plays, like, oh, my groin hurts. Like,
Did I
don't,
miss
you know.
somebody on the injury report?
No, Xavier Howard, cornerback,
Xavier Howard.
Dolphins.
Oh,
Defense, that's why.
yeah, I don't post defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
don't
groin's
post
not looking great. That groin isn't looking great though. So that matchup,
We
could-
watch
look at
it,
that
we
groin.
follow it.
yeah, that could favor Corey
Follow
Davis.
that groin. Look at that groin. That groin ain't looking
Check
great.
on the
Check
groin.
it out at groin.com.
Groinreference.com.
It's like the worst fantasy football injury because like as soon as you get that groin injury, like you could go
Yeah.
out 3 plays into the game. You know, you tested it out, you felt good,
A groin.
and then one time somebody took you deep and it happened. I remember Darrell Revis years ago. He was playing against Randy Moss, and Randy Moss got him over the top and immediately held the groin and he left the game, never came back. Shout out Darrell Revis, who was a great corner, but Randy Moss was a different kind of dude.
All right, so we're gonna consensus. I mean, look, between Corey Davis and Isaiah McKenzie.
But I say for today, I might even start Corey Davis because, like Chef said, we're watching the
I was
concussion
gonna say,
protocol from it.
Today, I'm
I
gonna
would
say
play Corey Davis today.
Yeah, I would play
Yeah.
Corey Davis today.
But
If you can
Isaiah
I wouldn't even be
McKenzie
scared
is
if I had
probably
McKenzie for the
a
stretch.
wiser stash.
Yeah.
Cool. Good tell, Monique. Dave Roche, what's up? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Non-PPR. Singletary or
school.
James Conner.
Singletary.
Standard league.
Singletary.
Singletary. Yep.
Singletary.
Holding ball. Nice. I like that. All right. And another one for Dame Roche. Tony Pollard for a flex this week in a PPR league. Would you flex him?
You can flex him.
Depending on what your options are.
Yeah. It's not set in stone.
No.
Yeah.
I don't love
I
that.
think it depends on your roster construction and your expectations.
You're
Well, actually,
hoping.
they-
You're hoping to
they
get some
ex-
drop offs.
Game expanded on it. Do you think Tony Pollard is a good flex this week in a PPR league? The second question for tight ends is Irv Smith. So Dame has Irv Smith and picked up Conklin off the wire.
Play with Conklin.
Who should
Start
he start?
Conklin. Start Conklin.
I was gonna say it's start Conklin.
Yeah, everywhere that I
Yeah,
lost
I have
pits
3
today,
check marks.
this week, I was able to pick up Conklin.
Really?
He's tight end 9 on the year right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
7.3 targets per game, 5.5 receptions, 47.5 yards is what he's averaging per game. Like,
Now I'm scared that was a lot of
Who the
Flacco, but
Yeah, it was a lot of Flacco.
There was a lot of
but
Flacco,
I'm okay with Conklin.
They'll still
He
use him.
still got his targets last week, so
and they like him down in the red zone. So
yeah, yes, good point. What is
yeah, I'm
that?
scared. Dame Roche, I'm a little hesitant on Pollard. Like if you had another option or if I had other choices and somebody I could pivot to, I probably would make that pivot. The Rams are great
Yeah.
against the run, so you're going to have to rely on him catching some passes out of the backfield, and that's a lot of ifs.
Oh boy, thank you. My wife loves me. And then just the last one here for Dame Roche. Jacksonville. Oh my goodness.
give me Philly.
Hair of the dog. You'll be better for it.
Fire water. No, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's just a cup full of dog hair. Starting the Jags or Philly. Yeah, give me Philly.
Yeah.
Give me Philly. All right. Going on
What up,
down
Justin?
here.
Justin, the unpaid intern, Justin,
My
you see the chef's face. All
man,
he's done is watching the game.
Justin doesn't
Yeah,
even
we
need to
just
do tilts
stopped
anymore.
Green
He's
Bay
just-
on
he
3rd
knows
and 11
exactly-
or 3rd and 10.
Nice. All right. I think did we get to Giuseppe's, Jeff Wilson, Connor, Algier, or Singletary half-point PPR?
Yeah, we did.
I think we
covered
did,
that.
right?
yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do that one back in. All right. Going to JAC. What's going on? Welcome back.
Welcome back,
Here we go.
JAC.
Wants to know if you should go Lockett over Hollywood Brown. So
Yes.
you might be overthinking, worried because the Eagles have 2 great boundary corners and the Cards might target Ertz, Moore,
Yep.
and Dortch up the middle. That's well said, man.
I don't know
All
about
the-
Rondell Moore, but Dortch, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
or
I mean,
Rondale Moore or Dortch,
could be
but
part of the
Ertz, yes,
conversation.
he's absolutely right.
Ertz is right
I
about
think it's
that.
a big Ertz game.
You're not
and-
overthinking it. I would
No.
go Lockett.
Yep.
Remember last week when I said Ertz was going to score? What was that tilt?
And I had picked
Somebody
Lockett
went with
last week for a
something.
big
I
game,
picked
and it
Ertz
just
for
wound
something.
up being it wound up being a DK game instead.
Yeah, so I would go. I would go Lockett over Brown.
Let's go Lockett. Lock it up.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Lockett.
Lock it up. I like it. Zach is in Chicago right now in the locker rooms telling us that Montgomery will play.
I love it.
Or Chicago, they're on the. Are they at home? No, they're on the road. So just in the locker room.
I think they're Minnesota.
Yeah, I think they are in Minnesota. Not too far away. This I saw up there earlier, and I really wanted to get back to. If St. Brown plays, do you start? Okay, so between St. Brown and Pierce, obviously, if Amon-Ra plays, you start Amon-Ra.
Yes.
Ugh.
How do you feel about? Go ahead, Chef.
I'm stuck between it because I think Pierce is going to have a good game.
Yeah.
Like Jacksonville giving up a lot of points to the running back position. Pierce every week has been getting better and better. I think they try to feed Pierce at least in the beginning of the game. And Amon-Ra he barely practiced this week.
Yeah, or not at all. I think they all sat practice the other day.
Limited.
Limited.
No,
he was limited.
So
limited.
But he's in a good matchup game against the Patriots where he could destroy in the slot area. It's tough, man.
I can't sit him if he's healthy.
I
like Pierce. I like the long run inflated the stats a little bit. The big 75-yard touchdown inflated the stats a little. Enough for me to go St. Brown. I can't sit the sun god if he's healthy.
A little bit of breaking news here. Just officially, the Julio Jones is out officially, and Russell Gage will play.
Oh, Russell Gage. Okay.
Yeah, so the Bucs are going to have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Gage ready to roll. So good week for everybody who was worried about starting Tom Brady. And Michael Thomas is likely to return next week. Okay. Yeah. So we're getting there. So we're not quite getting full-blown injury news yet, but we're getting bits. So we will keep an eye on it for you.
Yeah.
Chef, did you have a final on this Amon-Ra, a healthy Amon-Ra versus Pierce?
I did.
What was it?
It's Tilt of the Week. I just don't know how much Amon-Ra St. Brown is actually going to play in this game. I think it could be a decoy scenario. We know DJ Chark isn't playing in this one.
Nope.
They need Amon-Ra St. Brown to step up. But do they really? Because he was out last week and they almost won. They utilized Hawkinson a lot. And Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
So with that being
Jamal,
said, I'm going to stay solid and give me like guaranteed points from Dameon Pierce. If you need a shoot for the stars scenario, go with St. Brown.
Yeah.
I'll go floor Dameon Pierce.
I'll lose with Amon-Ra.
And rightfully so.
It's
Juan.
a tough tilt.
Yeah,
I know.
It's probably one of the hardest.
That's why it's tilt of the week. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. Like I'll lose with Amon-Ra, and I think I would too.
If I lose because I started Pierce
side.
and he gave me 10 points, and Amon-Ra blows up on my bench and gives me 25, I'm gonna be kicking myself.
I'm gonna be sick.
Right?
Yeah.
Great team though on Chris Thompson, because I mean, if that's your flex option, like that's your last spot. Like who are your starters, dude? Like you're showing off. That's a great team. Good tilt.
Very nice. Word. All right, moving on down here. Yeah, that's the first one of the first tilt of the week. JAC, this is interesting. If for whatever reason Kamara can't go, should he start Lockett or Dobbins at flex?
Dobbins.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know if it's PPR.
It's close. It's close.
I hope Kamara can go. I really want to see him back on the field. I want to see what he can do again. He gives us exciting football and exciting plays, and opens
Lockett
up everything for that offense.
Because Lattimore is going to be shadowing
DK.
but I like J.K. Dobbins with the limited passing targets. I think they're
Yeah.
going to stick to the
He
run
gets
game
involved.
as much as they possibly can.
And he'll be involved a little bit in the
Yeah,
passing
he's
game.
going to be involved. He was involved last week. Not a lot of production, but 2 touchdowns
Yeah.
can change your fantasy outcome. Not to
Yeah.
say he's going to have 2 touchdowns every game, but
Still not bad options to have. If you got to bench Kamara and then you get to choose pivot and put Lockett or Dobbins in there, like good team.
this is going to be that's a tough tilt, like,
I know. I'm still I'm going over it here.
because
A
it
little
is
more
against
because-
Cincinnati, which is tough. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Dobbins on that one. He deserves the playing time, in my opinion, now after last week.
Ravens are playing.
Bungles.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll take. Yeah, I'll take Dobbins, but it is kind of close. Hopefully, Kamara just plays and we don't have to worry about it. Kicks from Mike. Dallas defense or Miami defense. Juan made a pretty good case for the Dallas defense earlier, and I took Philly over them. But here, I think I would take Dallas defense over Miami.
Yeah,
this is a real one. This is a real good one for you. Like,
yeah, I know my defense is
would
going to
know.
travel, and the Dolphins defense is going to travel. Dolphins defense is going to show up,
this is
but I
strong
still, it's about stats. It's about statistics. It's about getting some points. Thank you, Chef. It's about
Yeah.
points, and I think Dallas has a chance to get more sacks. They like to get their hands on the ball. Stafford likes to turn the ball over. I've seen Akers fumble and have ball security problems. They still aren't using Allen
Sure.
Robinson. They're limited as far as the Rams are. I feel like I take my chances with the Dallas defense. Give me some more points here.
Fair.
Yeah, I would be on that too. Okay, there you go, Chef. I was wondering. I heard your voice and I didn't see.
That's
I
all
heard
right.
the chair moving. Michael
Gotta put
Hyde,
some
what's going
grease
on?
this bad boy?
Welcome in.
I've seen
Michael Hyde is an
Marquise-
East Coast body right now. Hyde's home.
Mr. Hyde, what's up?
Ah,
Look at
Hyde.
this, out
What's up, man?
Colorado.
Hyde was at the Cody wedding last night. Also, just like shout out to the new Mr. and Mrs. Cody Rabiger, who just got married last night. Beautiful, amazing wedding.
Cuddy. That's my man.
Yep. Best of luck.
Congratulations.
Health and happiness forever. Yeah, it was a great time, man. It really
And
was.
then I'm going to beat Cody today in the matchup.
There's a wedding present for you.
Yeah.
Well, Juan and I
Take this
battle it
L.
out for maybe 100.
I'm not battling
points.
anybody,
Jonathan
Mr.
Taylor
Swanson.
is
I'm
just
struggling.
killing
I'm
me in
struggling.
I'm
this.
struggling. I'm struggling too. I'm looking at our matchup right now, and it's just. Oof. It's a
Oh,
tough-
wait.
it's a tough
I
season
thought I
this
was
one.
playing. Who am I playing this week in league?
Oh, no, you're like
record?
3-1 though.
No, I'm 3-1 right now. I'm playing Keith.
Dude, I'm not dead in any league, but I don't feel good about a lot of them, man. 1-3. All these injuries,
Long
all
season,
these
baby.
tilts. Yeah, I know.
Long season.
I need
never over.
I need like 45 more yards from Barkley.
How much time is left in that game?
A lot.
Tons.
A half.
Oh, yeah, you
A
got
whole
plenty
half,
of
yeah.
time. Cool. So Jim
All right.
Rambo, coolest
Oh,
name in fantasy
Coolest
football.
name in
Let's
fantasy.
go.
Yeah. Jim Rambo.
Morning, guys. Needs help with a couple of decisions this morning for his flex 2 of 3 full point PPR. Adam Thielen, Josh Reynolds, Josh Palmer. Also, should he plug Chase Edmonds or Brian Robinson in for David Montgomery?
Oof.
If Montgomery, I guess, doesn't play. Oof. All right, let's get to it. So we got to pick 2 out of these 3 for a flex in a full point PPR between Thielen, Reynolds, and Palmer.
We're watching Palmer for the injury.
We are.
If he's not playing, then no-brainer the other way. But I think either way, I would go with Josh Reynolds and Thielen.
I agree. That was going to be
As far as picking 2 out of 3.
my first 2. Chef, what say you, Chef?
Would you start Palmer over Thielen or Reynolds in any scenario?
I don't know.
We'll
No.
know. We'll know about Keenan out. Is Keenan Allen officially out, or is he another?
Yeah, he's officially out.
he's not.
Palmer is most
Okay,
likely
he
going
is.
to play. He did get a full practice in
Okay.
on Friday. Josh Reynolds, though, is very interesting. I'm definitely playing Reynolds. Even with Amon-Ra.
Even with
there,
Amon-Ra, I'll still play him.
yeah.
Because there's no Shark. So he's still 2. Well, 3
Correct.
there, Hawkinson, but yeah. And then Thielen.
It's either Thielen or Palmer. Give me.
Thielen's targets have been
No.
going up.
I go over
Real
reliable.
rough
Give me
start for him.
Thielen.
Over reliable.
Palmer's got a tough matchup.
red zone
with-
targets also like
I know
Yeah, he's gonna
Cleveland's a
play.
little weak there, but he's still going to get Denzel Ward.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
And then if David Montgomery doesn't play, does he plug in Chase Edmonds or Brian Robinson? Now this is tough
I
because
would
we don't
play
like
in
the
this
usage for Edmonds.
in that scenario. I don't like their usage for Edmonds, but I may have to
Exactly.
still play Edmonds.
Yeah.
I think so too.
As
Because you don't
much
know.
as I
Until
hate
we
You don't
saying
see
it.
know.
Robinson, right? Until we
Exactly.
see Robinson.
Yeah, I
Because
think
there's
Robinson
still-
will be limited snap share. They're
I-
going to test
he
it.
also-
They're going to see how much real game time he can have.
I
he
do
comes
think
into a running back. Go ahead, Juan.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say he also comes into a running back room where you already have a clear pass catching running back and Antonio Gibson. So you have McKissick and Gibson. Now
Right.
you add a third piece in there, so you really got to navigate the waters in that too. But sorry to cut you off. What do you got?
No. I was just gonna say that I will, no matter what happens, put him in as an anytime touchdown scorer for today, though, because sentimental value. He just came back,
Ooh,
fighting
I
back
like
for the
that.
injury. If they're on the goal
Sure.
line, Ron Rivera's putting him on the goal line and letting him get a chance.
I mean,
Like they're gonna give him a crack at a touchdown.
he's going to be the goal line back regardless. So,
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if he's ready for that role. Like he's first just coming back, but I think they give him the sentimental touchdown today, so we can make a big deal about it. And it's like, you know what I mean?
I'm still
So-
going Chase Edmonds though.
Oh,
I
for
like
sure.
that.
But
But I
anytime
like that,
touchdown
though.
scorer,
Anytime touchdown score. Yeah, I'll take that
$5
for
worth
sure.
50 or so.
Yeah,
gotta be
absolutely.
at least.
Yo, I put $5 on Thursday night. In like the start of the fourth quarter, I just put $5 on the Colts to win, 5 to win 75. I was like, yeah, why not? I think that might mess around because I don't trust Russell or
Oh,
Denver
good
at all.
pick.
Worked.
I
don't
had
even wanna-
Denver winning that game by like
I think a lot of people did.
6. Oh no, I had 3.5. I got 3.5.
That game was gross. Let's just we
was
should just move on from that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
not
want to
talk about that
rehash
again.
on the
Yeah,
worst
that-
game of the season.
that-
yes, that was terrible.
And do we 808
Bob Dole.
Bob
Dole.
Dole. That's right. Yeah, I knew you nailed that. Welcome back, Bob Dole. Got a lined up question. Who's Bob Dole starting in the flex? Najee Harris or Chris Godwin?
Ooh.
This one's tough. Okay. All right. I gotta look at something.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right. So we
you
now
gotta
know
make,
that
when you
there's
got to
no
bench a
Julio.
second round pick or a first round pick, huh? Week 5, we're benching second round picks.
0% targets last week. Didn't get targeted once. He was targeted 2, 6, and 3 times. Weeks 1, 2, and 3.
It's bad, man. If
Yeah,
I
it's
could trade
bad.
Najee Harris right now in all my leagues, I trade Najee Harris in all my
He did
leagues.
18 for 74 last week, but against the Jets. But that's not what you're hoping for. It was also
18
against
for
the Jets.
74. You ain't getting that against the Buffalo Bills.
Exactly.
That's the
You're not
problem.
getting that against the Bills. So
And I don't want that. I don't want the 7
Nah.
points. Like
mm-mm.
he didn't get into the end zone. He didn't have any targets. New quarterback probably won't dump down as much. Give me Godwin.
Sure.
I think it's a little bit
Give me
easier
Godwin.
than we actually think.
Brady has always torched the Falcons. If you look back at Brady's, like I think last year and the year
Starting
before,
from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, starting when ever since it was
Unbelievable.
28-3.
Yeah. Let me give you this
I
perspective.
think it was like-
28-3 at halftime, okay? And Brady said, "We're going to win."
he has always torched the Falcons. I heard a stat the other day, and I was like, "Is that really how like intense it was versus the Falcons over the years?" And it was like 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns, like over 300, well over 350 yards every game. So yeah, I'm smashing the Brady button this week, and I'm smashing the Godwin button. And now with with Julio out, that just makes it a little clearer because he just gets in the way.
Bob Dole, if you can trade Najee Harris, he plays Buffalo this week, then he goes to Tampa,
Get rid of
Miami,
Harris.
Philly, New Orleans,
Oh.
Cincinnati, Indianapolis. Like that's a
Oh.
really tough run of defenses for a little while there for the next 5 or 6 weeks that I would, and a bye week stuck in between there. So for the next 5 or 6 weeks, I want no part of Najee Harris. Like I love him, great talent, great player. Maybe they turn it around and the offense fixes itself, but right now it doesn't look good, and I would probably make a move. If I could trade
Yep.
him right now, I would.
Definitely trade him to somebody who doesn't listen to this show
Yeah.
because now they know. Use it as a cheat code. Thank you, Bob Dole, as always. Jason Herrera, what's up? Welcome back. Good morning. Need one for the flex here. Rashad Penny, George Kittle, Khalil Herbert, or Josh Reynolds.
20 minutes from now, if they say that David
Herbert.
Montgomery's not playing, I'll probably go Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, I'm going Herbert if Montgomery's not playing. If Montgomery's active, that's gonna
Push me to Penny?
dispel a little bit. Yeah.
Pushes me to Penny. And
Sure
damn, when
does.
you have a tight end that George Kittle's your backup and you want to flex him, like we got Mark
Yeah, right.
Andrews too. You got Kelsey.
Or do you have Will Disley, 10 tight end in the season, sneakily?
Or Tyler Higbee
I don't know.
with his 10 catches.
Or Higbee, yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or Hawkinson, who had
I don't trust
great
Kittle
weeks
as
in
a
1 week.
full blown flex play yet, do we?
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know who your tight
No,
end
no,
is that
no.
I'm flexing Kittle.
Not against Carolina. Carolina's actually really good against the tight end.
Yeah, I'm gonna flex
That's
Penny
because
here.
Jeremy Chin.
I would
plays.
definitely go Khalil Herbert if he's playing and David Montgomery is not. If not, then I'm going Rashad Penny with these guys.
I like that.
Not trusting Josh Reynolds to
Cool.
have a blow up game. Even though Penny is playing New Orleans, he's still going to get the usage, still going to get passing work.
Oh, yeah.
So give me Penny.
Kelsey. I was gonna say it.
That's
but
why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
that's how you can
Nice,
flex.
nice.
Trade Kittle, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hope
for sure.
Kittle has a
Even
great
big.
game today and then trade him.
Trade Kittle. Don't
Yeah,
even worry
find
about your bye
somebody-
weeks. Just trade Kittle.
Yeah.
Find somebody limping at tight end and just
You should have
Make
done
a
it
move.
after last week when Kittle caught that pass.
yeah, there's still time. Hardest.
Mr.
J.
Hyde.
Rob or Elliott. Another league he needs 2. So he's got a lot of James Robinson shares because he's a good friend of mine. That's probably why.
Give me James
And I
Robinson.
keep
Yup.
telling him. Yeah, give me
And
J.
then
Rob over
James
Elliott.
Robinson and Mostert.
Yeah, barely over Renfro for me, but yeah,
Okay.
I'll take Robinson and Mostert.
Yeah, I'd say it's close, but yeah, give me Robinson in both takes, and then give me Robinson and Mostert.
I mean,
man, so
I mean, I
weird.
really didn't look at the usage for Dallas against.
They're playing the Rams.
Carolina.
They're playing the Rams. I don't care. I don't care what Zeke does today.
Yeah.
Like, he could go off for 200 yards and hey, prove me wrong, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah, the Rams are the number 1 rushing defense right now. So
Yeah, as
And
long as
Jose
99
Vegas
is
got
playing.
one
now this is
Right.
tougher.
Oh, here we go.
right now. This is tougher. James Conner or Elliott
Damn it.
full PPR. I know,
Here we go.
man.
Here we go.
I don't think. All right, hold on.
Ugh.
Like
Ugh.
ugly stick. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Give me Connor for the pass catching upside. That's about it. I mean, if there's no other option out there, which there very well may not be, you know, we got a lot of running backs out. We got
Ugh.
Swift out. We got Cordarrelle Patterson out. Montgomery on the fence, you know. So yeah, give me Connor.
Give me Connor and then turn the phone off and wait for the results later. Like, don't even
Yeah.
look down.
It's Connor, and I'm walking into the woods. It's Connor is walking away.
Yeah.
Man, what a
Good tilt though. Bad tilt, but good tilt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Chris Thomason says, just to throw it out there, he says no trades in this league this season, just pure drafting. Okay.
Okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
Like that.
I like it. I do too. I saw a
Try to
league the other
trade.
day
Trading's fun.
that no, I mean I don't know. I,
I
think
was
maybe
so
that
hyped
league
this
doesn't
morning
do
when I
trades.
made that trade, dude. Oh my god! I'm sorry, Mr. Swanson, for cutting you off. I'm just living in the moment.
No,
Yeah,
that's
so
a great
did-
trade. I made a trade in Dynasty. I don't know if you guys saw it earlier this week.
I
gave
did
away,
see that.
Yeah, I gave away Goff and I gave away Stevenson, Ramondre.
Yeah, I think you did. But you got something good back though.
Did you trade Jay?
No,
No, I traded
I traded with
Keith.
Keith. I traded with Keith.
Oh,
Basically, what I got
Irish
was I
Keith.
got.
I would have
got Daniel
loved
Jones
Goff. I would have
back.
given you a first round pick for Goff.
Well, I got a second round pick, and I got a second round pick, and Daniel Jones as the fill in, whatever, and Pacheco. Which is what I
Okay.
really
I like
wanted to rebuild my dynasty running back room. I love dynasty. That's the best part
Mm-hmm.
about it. It's just seeing those diamonds in the rough. When I saw something down at Pacheco the other night, and I was like, "Is that a video game?" Like
Yeah.
the man did not break down.
Nah, he's like a little
Crazy.
joystick.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Lucius, welcome back. What's going on?
Welcome back, Lucius.
Hollywood Brown or Jeff Wilson, and then Ramondre Stevenson or Jeff Wilson.
The answer is Jeff Wilson.
Indeed.
Yeah.
2
The
times.
answer is Jeff Wilson. Yeah, 2 times. Dirty Money. Let's go.
Dirty
Welcome back.
money.
Hey, Dirty Money. It's been a minute.
I've
I
been
missed a
counting
couple.
dirty money since 12:30.
Start 1. Amari Cooper versus the Chargers. Terry McLaurin versus the Titans. Or Zay Jones versus the Texans in half PPR. Is Cooper
Wow.
I mean,
bounce
if
back?
it's going to be any game that McLaurin,
Come on, this is it,
this is it.
right?
It has
Show me
to-
something today.
Well, I guess that would have to be it. Because
Oh,
otherwise,
Damn, he only has to start 1, bro.
I wouldn't do Zay Jones. It's
No.
his first game back.
Yeah, good matchup though, and all
Cooper
that.
has a great matchup. J.C. Jackson.
That's not a great matchup, Chef. I know he might not be playing that great this year.
He's not playing good.
Yeah, but he's one of those
It's
coveted.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah, and it's Jacoby Brissett. I mean, I guess it's Carson Wentz is the counterpoint against if I said McLaurin, but I want to go McLaurin against that porous Titans defense. I want to go McLaurin. I know Cooper's Cooper, and he's been doing okay the last couple weeks. It's just J.C. Jackson. They're supposed
Give
to
me
be better.
McLaurin.
Yeah.
It's a McLaurin game.
It's close though. It's not a bad
It's a
tilt to have.
McLaurin game. Yeah.
They're
he's
both going to be
due.
wide receiver twos this
He's
week.
due.
Yeah.
McLaurin is due.
Mm-hmm.
No Dotson.
I'm not banking.
How
on
many
it, though.
touchdowns does Dotson have this year? 3 or 4 already as a rookie? 3. And he had 2 in the first game. Like those are supposed to be McLaurin targets at some point. So give me McLaurin.
Yeah. 2 in the first game. Had 1 last week. He's still is he out?
He's out.
He's out. Okay. Hamstring. Jonathan Tapia, welcome back. Goddard or Hawkinson in the half PPR.
Flex one.
Yeah, right. Flex one.
Who are your flex options? Flex one.
It's Goddard for me. If Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't play,
then you really want
to play Hawk again.
Amon-Ra.
But Goddard has the matchup.
And Goddard has the floor. Goddard feels safer. He
Yeah.
won't disappear on you. He's going to be solid for you. Give you some,
And it's half point. So,
sure.
yeah. Give me Goddard.
Keep an eye on the, we'll keep you updated with the Amon-Ra news in a little bit. So before we move on, if Amon-Ra is out, you're going Hawkinson over Goddard? Because I would.
Yeah, that
Yes.
changes things. Yes.
Right,
It is
cool.
close. It's a good tilt, and it's close. You don't have a bad
Sure.
option. They're both really good starts. You can't go wrong with either one. You know what I mean? But I would start Goddard slightly over Hawkinson. Unless Amon-Ra's out, then I would go.
Yo, Steve Donovan, my boy Dot right here. What's worse, getting shot twice or being protected by Washington's O-line?
Well, he's back from injury. He's about to see.
That's a Commanders fan. That's a Washington fan.
He has to
Oh,
be.
man. That's so funny. That's good, Dot. I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse.
That's funny.
It
If you
depends
had
where I'm
Carson
shot.
Wentz into that whole mix. It depends on where I'm shot. Yeah.
It depends where
I
I'm
might
taking
get-
the bullet.
If I'll come back in like a month or 2 and I was just shot in the leg a couple times, like
Yeah,
I
took
got
one
a
in
cool
the
story to
butt,
tell.
directly in the buttocks.
Right
you
in the
know?
butt. Adapolio, welcome back.
Welcome back, Adam.
Juju, Boyd, or Gage, full PPR.
You
I
like
just-
Sunday,
I can't
you
do-
like Boyd on Sunday night?
I can't start any Kansas City wide receivers because
Give me
it's just
Juju.
every week. it's like,
Wow.
really?
You taking Juju?
I can't start any Kansas
I
City
can't
wide
do it.
receivers confidently at
Yeah.
all.
What are you going to do? You're going to take Boyd?
Yes.
I would.
Really?
Yeah. I'll take Boyd or I'll take Gage. Boyd, because I'm hoping that's a shootout. The
I think
optimist in me
Higgins,
is that's a
like,
shootout.
Higgins and Jamar Chase eat in this game.
Right, but when they don't, somehow 5 for 60 happens, and
Boyd
you know what I
sneaks in
mean.
and he gets enough of a
I mean, and you can make a case for
Gage,
Gage against Casey Hayward, who's a really good
He's
corner.
good.
So I'm going Juju here in the hopes that he builds on what he got done last week. I mean, that's the only thing.
I mean, it
can
is the
think of.
Raiders. It is Monday night. I give you that, but I just don't. I
I
feel
mean, he
like
had 8 targets, caught 5 of them for 46 last week. The week prior, 5 for 89. He is starting to build some kind of chemistry with Patrick Mahomes, I believe. I think he can easily match that, probably get about 10 fantasy points, which you're hoping for out of Boyd or Gage. So I'm going with Juju. He's been getting the targets.
You're right.
He has a better matchup.
They're all 8 to 12 point guys right
Yeah.
here.
Hey, we're talking about wide receiver 4s here.
And I guess game script wise, it's probably Juju or Boyd because of the shootout potential. But I still think I take Boyd.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Boyd too. To me,
I
every
think I
wide
take Boyd.
receiver on Kansas City is a wide receiver 3. Because
I can't
that's
believe
their
I said
ceiling.
Juju.
I know.
But,
Ball goes.
you know,
I can't either, but
Yeah, and a
Yep.
chef, I was like, what?
yeah,
I mean,
I'm just looking at
depends
the
on-
facts, looking at the
I got
stats,
you.
and
But
rolling them out, bro.
It isn't crazy though. This is like, none of these guys are gonna. I mean, any one of them could blow up, and you can see them all having a long touchdown because
They've all done it,
Happen, but yeah, you're expecting that floor the chef's talking about somewhere around 10. 5 for 50 is a win from any of these guys. right
Yeah,
here.
and
You know,
I
it's
think
like
you have
a
the best
safe
option
play.
to get that from Juju.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, fair. I'm still gonna
Mhm.
roll Gage, but definitely fair.
We're all the way split on that one.
XQNAXX. So
Xanax?
thoughts on this trade?
Xanax?
Maybe that's it. Thoughts on this trade we just made? Traded Jonathan Taylor and Keenan Allen for Devontae Adams and CEH because he already had Henry and Eckler. Jeez, wow, my God,
Whoa.
how? So now he has Godwin
Devontae,
and
Chase.
Devontae and Chase as wide receivers.
I love that.
With
That's-
Judy
I
on
love
his
the fact
bench,
that you
is that-
traded JT for Keenan Allen, who will eventually come back if you can
No,
handle
no.
his.
You traded JT and Keenan Allen.
Oh,
Keenan
for
Allen.
Devontae and CEH?
No,
Just 'cause
he
you wanted
already
to
has.
shore-
I would. He's already got Henry and Eckler. You get Devontae Adams.
Yeah, and then he just added
CEH
also,
out of
yeah,
that.
the number one receiver
Yeah.
to go with Chase.
You
And
can't.
it's,
That
is that
offensive
T
line
Higgins
in
that he's got there?
Indy
Tay,
isn't
that
gonna.
means T, right?
I thought it was Devontae Adams.
Oh, Devontae. No.
It is because he now
Yeah.
has
Oh, yeah,
Godwin
Tay, yeah.
and Devontae and Chase as a wide receiver. Wait, so
I
you're
don't hate
starting
his
running backs
Xanax,
right
like-
now?
That's a great team.
Henry, Eckler, CEH as your B2.
Yeah, but before I would have had
RB3.
Eckler in my flex with Chase and Godwin.
Well, I mean, like 2 RB1s and an RB2.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Wow, dude, that's
6
awesome.
in one hand,
It's
half a
not a
dozen in
bad
the other.
trade.
Yeah,
It's a pretty fair trade, in my opinion.
yeah, gives
I
you
mean,
flexibility.
sure, yeah, 10-man, yeah, that makes sense. But dude,
Yeah, to
Yeah,
have Henry,
wow, he's
Eckler,
used
and
well.
Jonathan Taylor is crazy.
cool, man. Love that. I love all these. I love the trades, man. This is like the first season where we've gotten a lot of trade talking here, which is pretty cool. Do
Yeah.
like that because this whole
It's the
team.
time of the
is-
season.
Well, this is his team this week. Kyler, Derek. So Kyler Murray, Derek Henry, Austin. All right, so that's the same one that we just talked about.
Right.
Goddard is
That's
tight end,
fantastic,
Gibson
though.
at flex, Raven. Man, that's strong.
I don't know
Enjoy
how
your
much I love that
victories.
Ravens defense, though.
Yeah, I'll put
but Tennessee,
Devontae
you
Adams in my
can-
flex. I wouldn't play Gibson.
Yeah. Chris Thomason.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like it's a bum
Oh, he
league. It
traded
sounds like
Devontae
there's
Adams.
just a lot of
Dope.
lot of moves happening. All that is cool.
That is cool.
That's the that's what that means. All right, Jonathan Tapia says he's ranked number 2 and facing number 1 in a high money line league. He wants to know how screwed he is with Mahomes, Henry, Diggs, Sutton, AJ Brown, and Goddard going against Allen, Chubb, Eckler, Higbee, Kupp, and Olave.
Oof.
I mean,
Well, you
it feels
already
pretty
had
even
Sutton
to
give you
me.
like 12, right? Sutton like 12.4 on Thursday night.
Yeah.
So you got a little something. You're taking away points from Allen if Diggs is on your lineup. So like that balances things out a little bit for you. Mahomes likes to, give it to the Raiders. He had 5 touchdowns in a quarter one time against the Raiders, what? 2 years ago?
4, I believe.
Oh,
but
4. Yeah, sorry. 4 touchdowns
Wow,
in the second
yeah,
quarter at 300 yards. Yeah, 275. So I like
no
that.
big deal.
I think
No
you
big
win,
deal.
Johnny Tapia.
I think so too.
Yo.
Uh-oh.
Breaking, don't even hit the
Hit the button.
please hit the button. Please hit the button.
This just in. We have breaking news.
Oh man. Logan Thomas is out.
Oh, that's
Following a pregame test. Yeah, so Logan Thomas is out. So I mean that everything we said about
So no Kyle Pitts, no Logan Thomas, no Dawson Knox, no Brevin Jordan. Like there's a lot of different tight end situations here where you're gonna need to pivot, bro. Like we're gonna need to tilt in different directions.
oh, yeah. Well, I think the Terry McLaurin take also gets a little bit of an uptick there. So
Tick up,
targets just
yeah.
got, a little bit.
But also that also helps the running backs. That also helps Curtis Samuel. Like, it's probably 8 to 10 targets a game that you're losing out on right there with Logan Thomas being out. And with Jahan Dotson out too, like that's a different looking offense
yeah, for
Agreed.
sure.
against what we already
Right.
said is a pretty vulnerable defense.
Robert Hurston, welcome in. What's going on? Najee Harris. I would think it's
Probably
Najee
Damian.
Harris.
He's
Yeah,
probably
probably
talking
Damian,
about the
yeah.
same backfield.
Oh, the actual split. Oh, that's who I
Mhm.
traded Keith. I gave
Harris.
him Damian Harris.
It's Harris.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would go Harris.
I'll go with that, Chef.
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't like either one,
go
but let's go
Harris,
Harris.
And Tone's got another running back. So here, Tone, welcome in. What's going on? Najee
Najee.
or Ramondre? And then there, I would go. Ugh.
I'm gonna go
Oh
Najee.
man.
It's a second round pick. I can't. It's still only week 5. It's not time to be desperate yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
I
do that
can't.
just because
I don't want to be desperate. I want to give him one more chance that the talent wins out. Maybe this kid
Yeah.
gets a little scared and starts dumping it off and he has 10 catches or something, Maybe.
I'm on the other side. Give me Ramondre.
All right. Chef's going for a touchdown today.
Damn it, I did have
I'm-
Logan Thomas in my lineup.
I'm gonna stick with Najee. because like I think he might get a little spooked and do a couple of these.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
even spooked. Just get smart. Check it down.
I love when I have Tyler Conklin in the same team that I have Logan Thomas.
That's an easy move.
Yeah.
You might have been
That
thinking
made
about
me
that
feel
anyway.
a lot better.
Yeah. So I drafted Henry and got JT because I traded Lamar, Amari, Cordero for Kyler, JT, Waddle. You got Eckler. Because
Wow.
I traded Lamb, Waddle, and Gordon for Eckler, Chase, and Godwin. Bro,
You're out here making moves.
just making serious moves.
Yeah.
Respect. That's awesome, man. I love that. I
Good
love
on
seeing
you.
that
And
stuff.
3-player trades. I love blockbuster
Uh-huh.
trades. He made
Yeah,
2 in
man.
one league. Good flipping.
How
Good
many teams were
flipping.
in that one trade that we did in Dynasty the one year? How many teams were in that crazy? We shook up the whole league. It was like 4 or
At
5
least
teams.
4.
Yeah, there were at least 4 of us in that trade. Yeah,
There
it
was
was
at
like a
least 4.
4-team trade. Yeah, like 12
Manny
players.
Jordan.
Bro.
Minute
Manny Jordan, what up?
Manny Jordan.
Dude.
My dude right here. Good morning, man. Full PPR. I got to choose one running back and one flex. Brees, Ramondre, McKenzie, or Mooney. Got to choose a running back and a flex.
I'm Brees all day.
Yeah, give me Brees Hall.
And then, Chef, do we like London against Carlton Davis today? No, right? We like McKenzie better in the slot if he's playing. I'm not trusting Mooney.
No, give me London.
London over, right? All right.
Mooney's day was saved by that big thing. He still
Give me Brees and
he
London
still
in
has
this.
Justin Fields as his quarterback. So
Yeah,
who'd you say,
Well,
Chef?
barely.
Yeah, give me
He wants
Brees and London.
He said Brees in London. I go Brees in London too, but McKenzie's not a bad pivot. But London, you have to start, I think, still.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll go Brees and London. Just a real quick reminder too for everybody. We're coming up on the injury report shortly, but
Yeah,
if you're listening on YouTube, like and subscribe would be huge. That'd be amazing. We love you
we
guys.
would
In every
greatly
week.
appreciate it.
Every week you guys drive the show. This has been a really good one. I see a lot of new tilts in here, which is super awesome. So if you like what you see and you like what you hear, we're live every Sunday from 10 to 12 Eastern. And yeah, smash that like and subscribe.
Yo, I like that the Tilt Squad is in there helping each other out while we're talking. They're in the comment box and weighing in and giving other people opinions and like, hey, shout out to so and so. I think you should start this person or that person. Like they're unpaid interns on our team. We got field correspondents telling us who's in and out. We got Zach in Minnesota telling us Montgomery's not playing. Like
yeah,
or that Montgomery's gonna play. He said, yeah.
We got normally we have a weather
Noah
report too.
Fant
Live.
now
You got to play Noah Fant. That's all right.
instead of Logan Thomas. Yeah,
These things
sucks.
happen. All right. Adam Polio, real quick here. Jeff Wilson or Damian Pierce?
Pierce.
Ooh, all right. Pierce. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll go Pierce. Yeah, I'm going to go Pierce. And then next week, I feel like we'll really have a better idea of where Pierce stands.
Yeah,
Yes,
I want
I
to see
did
this
like
game.
Bellinger.
I want to see this
Sure.
game.
Let's
I want to
go.
see this game a lot. So Xavier is
Inactive, yeah.
inactive.
I didn't think he was
All
gonna
right,
play.
cool. All right, yeah. I had him circled in red. Cap Mackin. What's up?
Cat Mackin.
I like it.
What's
Cap
up?
Mackin. Which two to start? Between DK, Brandon Cooks, and Christian Kirk. Go ahead, Chef. Go ahead.
Why am I getting thrown into
'Cause it
this?
says-
off
it
your
says
rip?
Because you need your piece of paper over there.
Because you need your piece of paper.
He's gonna eat it one of these weeks.
I
Jeff's
don't
gonna
know,
eat this.
man.
For those who are new to the show, some Sunday this season, Chef is going to eat a piece of paper that says Christian Kirk sucks on it. He almost did it last week, but at some point he's going to eat the paper. Do you have it?
Oh, we have it.
It is.
Oh, we have the
At some
paper.
point in the season, Chef is going to eat paper.
This whole yellow piece of paper with all this lovely ink on the back of it and all this writing right here.
Tune in.
Nice
Oh,
and crispy.
man.
We're gonna let him wrap it around some ribs though.
Yeah, but the only
Oh,
problem
yeah.
is you have a
Give me some sauce.
matchup like heavenly laid out for you with Brandon Cooks. Christian Kirk. No, I'm not
What?
going Christian Kirk.
But you get two.
It's either you start two, then you're starting DK and Cooks.
DK against Lattimore.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oof.
I don't care.
That sounds
Oof.
emotional.
Yeah, well,
That sounds personal, and I'm staying out of it. I'm
Well,
gonna take the.
I
I'm gonna take the matchup. It is personal. It is personal for him. I'm taking Cooks and Kirk. I'm gonna sit DK.
I'm taking
you're
Cooks and
sitting
Kirk, too.
DK.
I am going to
taking Cooks and
sit
Kirk, too.
DK.
Kirk
Oh
only
my
caught 2 of his targets
God.
last week, but he had 9. He still had 9 targets last week. It was
Exactly. He had
terrible,
9
rainy
targets,
game.
only caught
Dude, it was a
2.
monsoon. No one could hold on to the ball. It was a monsoon last week in Philly.
Comparably, DK is similar to Mike Evans. In years past, Julio Jones. These big receivers all struggle against Lattimore. If you want to beat Lattimore, you better beat Brandon Cooks and have wheels for days. Like, you better be one of those guys that's just going to give it to you and take off and get him with speed. You're not going to beat him by being physical and getting, like, he's in your face, Marshawn Lattimore, and I trust him to shut down DK today. I would fade him.
So you're going same game.
Same
Christian
game.
Kirk.
Yup.
and
Same game.
used- And
Same
and
game.
Cooks.
Both number 13, both in the
That's fine.
slot. Give me that. Give me that.
Yeah, no, I'm not benching DK. So
Thomason says Kirk's always getting those short TDs on the goal line.
yeah, that's about all he
Yep.
gets.
Kirk's been cooking. I know. Yeah, I'm
And
taking.
with
I'm
game-
taking
with a
Kirk.
game
I'm
that
riding
That's
Zay
with
all
him.
he
Jones-
gets. He's been
And let
cooking.
me add this: that he will not get a long touchdown. Zay Jones is back.
Coming off an injury, and he was eating when Zay Jones was there in the first couple weeks. I'm just not afraid of it. I think Kirk is the target monster on that team, and him and Cooks in that matchup, I love it. Might put them both in my Millie maker later.
Yeah,
I got a
not-
so
not
JAC
I.
up here said he was having a hard time benching Hollywood over Lockett because he's a big believer in that college connection, which I understand. And Hollywood has gotten 28 targets in the past 2 weeks.
They ain't played the Eagles in the last 2 weeks, though.
Yeah, it's the matchup. Like
That's the
I
matchup.
love
All right, cool.
Hollywood too. Hey, listen, in my family league, my one side family league, the only ESPN league that I have left, I took that stack because I believe in it. I took Murray and
The
Hollywood. Like
ESPN
that's my little stack. But like, I'm starting them because I have to in the league that I'm in. But if I had Lockett to pivot to, I would pivot to Lockett in that matchup. Because like I said, like Lattimore's on one side on DK, Lockett gets to eat. So it's not personal. It's not because we don't love Hollywood. It's just the fact that 28 targets in the past 2 weeks looks great on paper. Sun God.
My man Zach coming in with the news here.
let's
Sun
go.
God
what a
active.
relief.
Let's go. That's
But yeah.
that's what I was waiting for. So I'm on Ross St. Brown for the Detroit Lions active. Go ahead.
That's big news. That's big news. That's going to help a lot of people's teams. But yeah, I go back to that pivot where, yeah, I'm going to start Lockett over Hollywood Brown today, just simply based on the matchup, plus health concerns. Wasn't really sure. Now Rondale's back. Big Zach Ertz
Lucius,
game, though.
Lucius. No, I agree. Lucius, I'm really sorry. I started yours by accident way up to the
Oh,
top.
straight
I'm so
up.
sorry I missed this.
Before we get into
CEH or
Lucius,
Dalvin, what do you got?
before we
Shay?
get into Lucius, Isaiah McKenzie is inactive
Oh,
today.
not playing.
That gives a boost to
Ooh.
Gabe Davis,
Yeah.
and we picked McKenzie earlier, I think.
Was
yeah,
it
but he was
Monique
involved.
that
We
said,
had a pending injury.
Monique had a question about picking up somebody. I think we said we would start Curtis Baker, then pick McKenzie to stash. That's she was going to
Yeah.
drop.
Oh,
Julio
that's for
Jones, I
a
think.
future, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I found it. Drop Julio and then pick up. All right, so we said drop Julio, pick up Corey Davis to start this week, and then pick up McKenzie to stash if you can. Right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
It still plays.
If you needed this week play was Corey
Got it.
Davis or Duvernay, yeah.
Khalil Shakur, sneaky pickup this week.
Mm-hmm.
Zach
Right.
is again. He was in Detroit. Now he's back in Minnesota.
No, he is in Minnesota. Yeah, no, he said he is playing. Yeah, I made a mistake. I slipped, but I caught myself, I think, and said he is playing. You're right.
Kamara's
No,
active.
you were right. But then he went all the way to Detroit to tell us that Amon Ra was active. So he's just on
Oh,
those pump fakers.
He's all over the Midwest.
He's just
flying
all over
around
the-
there.
he's all over
he's
the
in,
map
He's in a
right now.
PJ.
So let's get to Lucius. Two tilts here for Lucius because I missed the one up top and I feel terrible because Lucius has been with us since day
Jamal
one.
Williams.
Man,
Yeah.
Jamal Williams or Damian Harris and Jamal Williams.
100%.
Cool, love that. Also, I love Jamal Williams. Just a man.
Yeah.
Like even before Hard Knocks. when
Big
you
heart.
see-
Yeah.
you
Big
see his
heart.
little interviews. Yeah, big heart. I love when he got traded. He was like, "They're feeding me good. They're taking care of me." when he left Green Bay. And
CEH
second
or
running back
Dalvin
tilt,
Cook.
CEH or Dalvin Cook. I'm okay.
Dalvin. He's
It's
not dead
Dalvin
yet.
Cook.
He's not dead
You
yet.
play Dalvin Cook.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
You do.
Playing the Bears.
Should have a bounce
You play the
back
Bears.
game.
Yeah, you play the Bears. Do you believe Cooper Kupp is number 1 pick next year? No.
No, I don't.
People still take running backs.
People still take running back. This was not the year. So
No,
far.
this was the year to take Cooper Kupp.
This was the year to take wide receivers. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
He's got me nothing.
You don't have Cooper Kupp, sweetheart.
I do.
You don't. We don't have Cooper Cup.
I do.
Okay. Show me that
She-
team where we have Cooper Cup.
She has Cooper Cup. She didn't say you.
She has. She's secretly in 7 other fantasy leagues. You know what though? I kind of agree here. I would actually. I might
think so,
just
too.
mess around next year and do something like that.
In
because-
retrospect, I would take a receiver
Yeah,
next year at number 1, but his name's Justin Jefferson. It's not Cooper Cup.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But look, I would normally. I agree with you, Chris. I would never.
I
go,
agree,
and
Chris
I've
Thompson.
never been.
It's
that
always
person.
based on running back
Always
availability.
based running back.
I've always
But-
been a running back. I take 3 in a
Right
row every year, right?
Yeah.
But
There's so much depth at wide receiver. That's why you don't. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
To have a locked in wide receiver 1 every week
Colts-
just makes you feel better.
there's always Curtis Samuels and the whatnot available. You know,
Yeah.
there's always guys that you draft later on that you weren't expecting to break out. There's always some rookie you can get in the 10th round. There's hardly ever a running back that you get the same way. So I like
That's true.
the safety of running back early in drafts.
Yeah, I agree. Kicks from Mike with a defense question here, real quick. Dallas, Patriots, or Titans this week?
I'll roll with Dallas.
Yeah.
Here we go. We'll fix it.
Yeah, I want Micah Parsons 3 sacks today. Whatever his over under is on sacks,
Oh.
take that with a Brian Robinson anytime touchdown.
Yeah,
We're
with
starting a
Amon
little
Ra being
parlay.
active, I'm gonna and Jamal Williams just being Jamal Williams. I'm not gonna start the Patriots, and I'm not gonna start the Titans either.
No, they're terrible against the pass.
I'm going Dallas. We've
Yeah.
talked a little bit about Dallas here today, so definitely feeling good about that defensive side.
Yeah.
All right, one more for Zach here. Sorry, jumping around. Woods, Penny, Jacoby Myers, Duvernay. You got to get 2 here for a flex.
Give me Woods
Yep.
and Penny.
Yep.
Give me Woods and
First
Penny.
2.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Bobby Trees bounce
Alright.
back game, good game. He's been bouncing back the last
Yeah,
couple weeks.
no
He's been a
Treylon
bust.
Burks.
Yeah.
All right, still
Bobby
keeping
Trees.
an eye on some of these injuries. Who are we really waiting for right now?
I mean, the
Kinda
big one is David Montgomery.
But he's active.
Yeah,
According to what I haven't really seen an official,
According to
official
Zach.
report. No offense. Zach.
Actually, I got one from Sleeper. David Montgomery has changed from questionable to healthy.
Oh,
Oh, wow. I missed
Yep.
that one. All
Yeah,
right, David
McKenzie's
Montgomery's
out.
playing.
Jacoby Myers is in.
Landry is out.
Kamara is in.
Tyreek
Myers.
Hill is in. Jalen Waddle is in.
Okay. Man, I gotta change
Right.
Landry. I played him in the league.
Me too. I got to take
Monty
Landry out.
active. Do we? I don't know if I can go. I don't know if I can find it. The tilt with Montgomery and Herbert. There was a
Full
couple of them.
PPR.
Uh,
Matt McCoy.
Matt McCoy.
No, we haven't even done this
I
one.
missed this one. No, this is when I'm full PPR. Mostert, Khalil Herbert, David. Okay, all right. Full PPR. Mostert, Khalil Herbert, David Montgomery, Jeff Wilson, Akers. Needs 2 running backs, and then any of the leftover running backs or these guys for the 2 flex positions in Woods,
2 flexes.
Ayuk, Mooney, Palmer. Don't be sorry, man. That's why we're here.
Yeah, we love these, Matt McCoy. These are my favorites anyway. These like
2
huge ones.
flex.
I'm-
First and foremost,
Bobby Trees
let's put Wilson in for a running back,
and Bobby Trees.
and Mostert. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, because I don't trust what's going to happen with Montgomery and Herbert, right?
Right, and then I'd put Woods in,
Yeah.
and then I would use either Montgomery or Herbert as my flex.
Okay.
I don't
Wait,
trust
2
the
running
other
backs.
options there.
I don't mind Ayuk,
I don't, but I
don't
like
mind
the,
Ayuk.
I like the matchup.
but
the
I'm
running-
already
in the
starting
running game.
Wilson. I'm already starting Wilson. I maybe don't do the
I'd be
2
okay
49ers
with putting
guys. Yeah.
Herbert in as a flex option.
Yeah, Herbert over Montgomery, right? Because you don't trust
As
that
a
he's
flex.
yeah.
Yeah.
just because you don't trust that Montgomery might stay on the whole game.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either.
And even if he
Who
does,
are
I
your
think the
2 running
split might be
backs?
50-50. It's Mostert
this?
and Wilson.
Okay.
Woods
Alright.
as one
Mostert,
of the flexes
Wilson.
and Herbert.
I'm on board with
I
that.
really don't see any full report on Montgomery yet.
Yeah, I just got
Yeah,
the
I
status
don't- I
update
don't-
on Sleeper.
I don't see it either. I don't know. It was on Sleeper?
Yeah, Sleeper updated it.
Oh, all right. Hope it is. I like this. Is D Hop a wide receiver 1 when he comes back?
Yep.
And does Hollywood Brown's value go down when D Hop comes back?
Yes,
Um,
100%.
Yeah, I think. I don't want to go that far.
I mean, his
think
value
Rondale
definitely goes
Moore's value
down.
goes down, like, but
Uh,
a lot of times you see
I mean, you count
if you have two
counting.
strong wide receivers, it's good.
Yes, Marquise Brown, like he hasn't been doing a lot with Hollywood. I mean, with D Hop out, he had a bad game last week. Am I wrong in saying that, Marquise Brown?
No, he's had 28 targets in the last 2 games. Like he's killing it target wise
So
and
his value is
opportunity.
definitely going to go down with
When
D Hop
when D-Hop
back.
comes back,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he'll probably be
He'll
like
be a 2
discounted.
though. Yeah, but he'll
he'd
be a 2 with like that boom and bust upside depending on what matchup he's playing, and he could
Correct.
have those big
He'll be
weeks.
matchup dependent.
I think
Yeah,
D
but
Hop is a wide receiver one. When you start him, you're starting him with the belief that you're starting a wide receiver one.
100%.
So you start your wide receiver one, and then you see what happens. I can't imagine he's lost a step. It's not like he was out with a debilitating knee injury.
No,
He was
No.
suspended for whatever it
Steroids.
was. So
Performance enhancing, like, so he's
I
performance
didn't want to
enhanced.
say
Like
it.
he's probably
You
going to
know
come
what it
back
is.
stronger. What happened?
Yeah.
Listen, it's just a harsh reality. What happened to Julian Edelman when he came back after that 4-game suspension? He killed it the rest of the year.
Mm.
Like these guys come back healthier and stronger, and he's fresh. He hasn't been beat up all season. Like he's going to come back and be a star.
Agreed.
And yeah, definitely David Montgomery is suiting up today. He's active. He's 100% go.
Yep. All right, cool. JC Molieri, welcome back.
Welcome back, JC.
Got a flex one in a PPR between Gallup, Hunt, and Josh Reynolds. This is the first time we talked about Hunt.
Gallup, huh? Or Gallup.
Or Gallup.
like
Yeah,
Gallup.
yeah.
I like Gallup this
Yeah.
week.
Against-
Even with Jalen Ramsey's probably going to get stuck on CeeDee Lamb a lot more than we expect. Noah Brown's been dealing with injury, even though he should play this week. Give me Michael Gallup.
You like Michael Gallup over Kareem Hunt?
Yeah.
That's a tough one for me.
Why
Amon
you,
Ross playing, so I eliminate Josh Reynolds because I just think Hunt's been getting the usage. Like I know it's Chubb's backfield, but he just has that knack for finding the end zone. And then I think a game against the Chargers, they might have to fight for it, and they might have to throw the ball a little more, raising his PPR upside. So I like that for Hunt.
I mean, Hunt's floor is like 8 to 9
I
points.
don't-
His ceiling
I
is
guess-
23. I don't think he hits his ceiling
I don't think so either.
against
But
the Chargers. So give me.
They tried to use him on the goal line. They tried to use Hunt on the goal line
they
twice.
do, man. The three times he got 3
like on that
carries on the
same
goal
drive,
line that
3,
one game.
and it didn't work. And they were
Yeah.
like, all right, screw it, we're gonna go back to Chubb, and then Chubb got it.
Yeah, I think Gallup has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, I think Gallup's ceiling is higher. I think if you
And since you're talking flex, I'm
mean-
gonna go Gallup here.
I mean, it is full PPR, and you're like you said, if Ramsey's on CeeDee Lamb, I can see you going Gallup, but I think I would still lean Hunt slightly.
I'm gonna lean Gallup here on this side. It is probably close, but
And Amon-Ra St.
Yes.
Brown is playing, so I'm
Yeah,
not
Josh Reynolds.
not
yeah.
Josh Reynolds, unfortunately.
yeah. And Matt McCoy, one flex position, full PPR to fill between Palmer, Khalil Herbert, Allen Robinson, Brandon Ayuk, Darnell Mooney. Now, we just brought the news up that Montgomery's playing, so Herbert fades a little bit. Allen Robinson, I don't
No.
Yeah, no.
Ayuk?
Yeah.
I think it's Ayuk for me here. Because
Yeah.
it's Ayuk. Thanks. All right.
Tough tilt.
Chef, shoulder injury.
Oh, no.
Saquon?
Yeah,
Lockerman?
he took a pop after a catch in the backfield. I've been watching it here, and he's just going in the locker room to get it checked out.
I like this right here. Chris Thomason says 1 of 2 undefeateds left in that team, and it's a 12-man PPR league. We draft on a draft board in person every year. That's what we do
So
too.
do
On League of
we.
Record. Yep. If you can, like, it's right over there. Yep, there it is. Uh-huh. That's the board. No, you can see it. It's just really far away.
there, yeah.
Jeff has a big
Sucks.
base.
Gary Brightwell or Matt Breida are going to come in and score here. I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah, we draft in person on the board, make fun of each other, put up little stickers at the end and say who had a poop draft, who overreached, who's got the best team, worst team, all that stuff.
Who stole
This
Justin
year's draft
Jefferson in
was-
the end of the
this
second
year's-
round?
Oh my God!
We're not going to rehash anything.
Uh,
I had a
No,
terrible draft.
this draft actually this year, our League of Record draft was just man, it was all business too. I loved it.
People were
was strong.
serious.
All right, we got to this one. We got to this one too. Those two as well. Eric Brewer, what's up? Welcome back.
What's up, Eric Brewer?
All right. All right. So what's going on? Mike Williams, Gabe Davis, Jeff Wilson, and David Montgomery. You got to start 2.5 point PPR.
Williams and Wilson for me.
Same.
Let's go.
Definitely Williams. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think Gabe Davis could have a good game, but it's a question mark.
Yeah, Wilson gives me floor.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to
then you
have
got-
two
yeah,
boomer
so-
busts because if they don't
Williams
both
and
boom,
Wilson.
Yeah.
you're screwed.
Like Williams and Wilson, and you're definitely going to sit David Montgomery out of that. Like you're going to sit Montgomery
Yeah.
just because
Yeah, I
of the
It's an
usage,
ankle
like,
injury,
Worried about
and
like,
even-
yeah.
He got hurt in the one game and didn't play it. Then he missed a week. Khalil Herbert looked great even in the game that he replaced Montgomery. He looks like the livelier running back out of the two. Like it's, it's maybe a 1-2 punch that later on will give them some sort of success. But right now he just looks like when Pollard comes in for Zeke every once in a while and he looks like he's popping 7-yard runs every time. That's what it feels like when Khalil Herbert's in the game. Like it just feels a little
That's
different.
true. That's a good comp.
Like a little eyeball test to me. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna sit Montgomery and trust that Mike Williams has a big game without Keenan Allen again, no Gerald Everett again, and a banged up Josh Palmer. I feel like Williams is a
And then-
shoe in. Yeah, and then I like Jeff Wilson
gives
for
you
the
enough
floor.
for the floor. All right, cool. Yeah, I like that. So rate Chris Thomas's team real quick. Hurts,
Got it right
Eckler,
Yeah.
Fournette, Debo, Amon-Ra, Higbee, Waller, Godwin. Wait.
Godwin or Pierce are his flexes every week, is what he's saying. He's got Waller or
got it,
Higbee.
Got it.
So two great tight
See you in the
ends.
playoffs, bro.
Yeah, I'll see you in the playoffs.
Like for real, Chris.
Oof. Yeah,
I
man.
can't really
Let's
say
go.
too much bad stuff about it. Like you've got a good lineup
Nah.
there, man.
Absolutely. Yo, between Chris and Xanax.
You
everyone's
picked
gonna call
up
him
Godwin
Xanax.
off of waivers. Like who drops Godwin? Like
You said they're new. The people that dropped them
yeah,
are
I
new.
mean he's just taking advantage of them.
You
They're
would
gonna learn
too.
today.
Yep.
I was like, I'm
They're
looking
gonna
at this
learn,
guy like,
that's
wait,
for sure.
you're talking about taking advantage.
Oh, yeah, they gonna
Anytime
learn
somebody
quick,
we catch
man.
somebody slipping, like okay.
Mm-hmm. Woof. Yeah, those are the mistakes you don't make twice.
Yeah.
Man. All right, so we got to Eric's over here.
Mhm.
Matt McCoy's got another one down here. Ayuk or Montgomery in a PPR flex. Yeah, good luck to you,
Oh.
Matt. Thanks for coming in.
Still
as
going
always.
Ayuk.
Yeah, so this is where it gets weird because it's like all right,
Ayuk and
it's an ankle injury.
yeah.
Are they gonna really use him that much? But if when is
As a
their bye week?
flex option, I would play Montgomery.
I
I gotta find
as someone who has Montgomery,
No, Bellinger's on the
I don't.
ground.
I don't think I
No.
can.
Why do we keep getting hurt?
Is someone that, oh no, chef.
This is
I'm
a really
sorry.
good tilt, Matt McCoy. This is a good tilt, man. I don't think
No,
it's
like,
as easy as
I need a second to like look at something up here. This is a really good
I mean,
tilt.
before he got hurt, he was that dude, but Montgomery.
If
He had the big game against Green Bay,
still-
and Green Bay has a pretty good defense.
Yeah,
not
and then he
bad.
went out, and then Khalil Herbert got all the work.
Right.
But then when he comes back in, he usually gets all the work.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, it's
that's-
his backfield. I'm not gonna say it's not his backfield.
That's why I'm saying up against the 28th ranked rushing defense in who are they playing? Who the hell are they playing?
You know what? Ayuk hasn't had more than 63
The-
yards
the
receiving.
Vikings?
All right, let's go. Ayuk hasn't had more than 63 yards. He's had 8 targets twice.
Yeah,
He
give
was
me
4 for 4
Montgomery,
last week. He's
bro.
always on the field, but you can't trust that offense. Let's go Montgomery.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
right.
I
Cool.
told him
I'm glad
that
we.
with Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
I'll
and
tilt
I'm glad we
back to
talked
you
that
guys.
out. I think that's the right
Back
move.
to reality.
Cool. This is what we do. That's why
Yep.
we do it. Matthew McConnell, what's going on? Welcome in. Confidence in Higgins playing tonight. Other wide receivers are Debo, Elijah Moore,
Oh, it
Gabe
could be Curtis.
Davis.
It's
And they
either
all play at
Debo
11
or
a.m.
Curtis.
It's got to be Curtis.
Well, they play at 11 a.m. That means we got West Coast. We got or middle.
Midwest, yeah.
We got
Mountain time.
Yeah, Midwest or Central Mountain Time viewers. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Matthew
Yeah.
McConnell.
Like and subscribe, Matt, please.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm okay with Higgins playing tonight,
I think so too. I think he plays.
and he's got a great matchup. So I
think
like
that's a
that.
shootout. I hope that game's a shootout. I hope it's exciting. I hope it's like 35-31 and it's some kind of blowout shootout
Yeah,
situation,
I'm thinking,
come back from somebody. I mean,
think so
the
too.
Ravens have been playing those games, the last 2 games, the one against the Dolphins and the one against the Bills are both like
Yeah, for
interesting,
sure.
clutch, very down to the end, last play of the game
Yeah, for
type
sure.
situations. So I hope we get to see a little bit of that tonight.
Just trying to
Yeah.
see his practice report real fast. Was limited in
Who for Higgins?
practice, all 3 practices. Escaped with a questionable tag.
Would be careful with him.
I do like Curtis Samuel's matchup though, Chef. If it's Curtis Samuel, I like that matchup. I mean, if it's Debo, smash. But I mean, it's Curtis probably, and I would say I like
Oh
that
wait,
matchup.
yeah, that means okay. No, it is Curtis. I see it now.
Yeah.
It's Curtis. I do like that matchup. And there's no Dotson.
Like T. Higgins is a star; he could blow up. Yeah, but the no Dotson, bad defense from the Titans. I think I might start Curtis Samuel and get my guaranteed points because I don't have a Monday night pivot, and you're talking about a Sunday night game, so I don't think the drop off is that outrageous from Higgins down to Curtis, and I might be able to do that. I might be able to take that chance. I would like to start T. Higgins, but if I had to pivot, I'd pivot to Curtis Samuel.
That's tough because you got to make that
Fair.
decision.
Yeah, you got to make it early. You got to decide early. Do you need the points? Do you want to go for it and make sure that you get your like 10, 12, 15, whatever points that Curtis Samuel's going to give you? You take that and run with it and hope that Higgins doesn't go off tonight for $150 and 2 long touchdowns.
I have confidence that Higgins is going to play tonight.
Well, if he's playing, I'm starting him because I think he's
I'm
going.
I'm going Higgins here.
Okay.
Giants just scored. Gary Brightwell.
Juan, are you going Higgins or Samuel? Did you go back to Samuel?
It depends on what my team needs. I would of course smash Higgins, start if I knew he was playing or if the time was right. Yeah, I would definitely do that. But I guess it depends on what my team needs. I would probably want to do Higgins. So I'm a gambler, bro. I'm going to roll the dice. I would do Higgins, and if that doesn't work out and he doesn't play tonight, I'll make a pivot and find somebody that's playing tomorrow night. I'll try to find one of those Kansas City wide receivers nobody likes. Hell, I'll pick up Sky Moore and roll the dice.
I'm taking Higgins.
And I hope he gets a long touchdown.
Bro, week 16 last year against Baltimore, 12 for 194 and 2.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I knew the number was double digits and 150 and 2 touchdowns.
That's insane. That's stupid.
That's what he can do.
All right, so I'll take Higgins same way, but yeah, I'm on board with the Higgins.
If not, you got to pivot. That's all. Just got to go pick up Mac Hollins. You go pick up Sky Moore. You go pick up, MVS if he's available in your league, whatever, and play somebody from a Monday night game. That's all.
Landry is out.
Yeah, I got to take him out. I got him in the league of record. I had him started today.
Already? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a friendly reminder. Jarvis, no Jarvis. That means Olave. Like pushed him. Olave. And
JC Molieri.
Catches.
Yeah, right. Start one for the flex PPR of Mixon, Jamal Williams, or Curtis Samuel. Wow. Oh man, I want to start
Jamal Williams.
Right. I want to start Williams over Mixon.
Yeah,
you're not wrong for doing so.
Right. Yeah,
but it's so gross to bench Mixon.
Yeah, well, I mean, these are the
find a way to start Mixon and Jamal, but I would start Jamal.
I'm starting Jamal over Mixon for sure this week.
Mixon's only been averaging about 3 yards per carry, although he's been getting
but he's just got the
ton of carries.
Offensive line is atrocious. That's why. I mean, and the Ravens are pretty damn good. He's got the
talent to break away with something. It's just you don't know what game it's going to be. It's like Jonathan Taylor. It's a very similar comp with a terrible offensive line and a great running back.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Underproducing. 20 carries for 41 yards for Jonathan Taylor. I agree.
Yeah.
The same thing with Mixon. Yeah. I'll go Jamal Williams. Yeah. And I like the Ravens defense against the run. They give up big plays in the passing game. The secondary takes a lot of chances. They gamble for the ball. Marcus Peters loves to gamble. Marlon Humphrey loves to gamble and try to intercept balls. And next thing you know, you're taking them deep over the top. So yeah, I don't think that works for Mixon. So yeah, give me Jamal Williams.
All right. Got a couple more flying in here with the last 5 minutes of the tilt for week 5. Zach's got another one between Gabe Davis, DJ Moore, Rondale Moore, Conklin, and Edmonds, and he needs 2 flex.
Gabe Davis and
go ahead, say it reluctantly.
DJ Moore.
No way. I was going to say Conklin.
No, you can't start a tight end over one of these dudes. I got to go DJ Moore and Gabe Davis. I just wanted to hear him say the name of the guy he traded away today.
You can see the look on his face. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not starting Rondale against the Eagles. Edmonds has been Edmonds, and I think everyone's just kind of over it.
Yeah, no, the usage is
until
going the other
until
way.
he
Yeah.
starts getting the targets.
So
which we drafted
maybe
him for.
maybe one of these 9, 10, or 11 targets that DJ Moore gets this week, Baker will actually throw them where they're catchable, and he'll have a good game. And you're expecting Gabe Davis to have a good game, a little uptick because Isaiah McKenzie isn't playing,
Yeah.
so maybe that's a big game for him. So yeah, you got to start those two.
All right.
Look at Zach said it. He said, I wanted Chef to say DJ Moore. Yeah, me too, Zach. I wanted to hear him say it. I wanted to hear him say DJ Moore. He said it through his season like, DJ Moore.
That's not even a real tilt. He just made it up to hear you
DJ
say it.
Moore.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yo, real quick, before we run out of time, I know we wanted to say congratulations to Cody, and it was, congrats to him.
Yeah.
But I want to say congratulations to two people real quick. Can you hear me, Mr. Swanson?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Yeah. What's up? My
Yeah.
bad. Go ahead.
Because the congratulations are for two people. One is for you, and one is for your lovely wife. Her for holding it down and bringing you a cocktail or whatever, a glass of water you might have needed throughout the show, and for letting you get up and disturb the peace and do all this. And then for you for powering through like a damn champion and coming in here and doing the tilt with us and running the board as excellently as always. You didn't miss a beat. Your voice got better and better as the show went on. You're picking up. You're ready for round 2. I don't know what you're doing today, but you're going to go and have you some fun and enjoy your day. And I thank you for doing your job today and coming through clutch.
Wow, man.
Sir?
That's
And
amazing.
he just knocked his
Cheers.
mic out.
I did. I
Thank
knocked
you.
my mic out of it, but cheers to you, sir, because I was trying to reach
Thanks,
for my
man.
beer at the same time. Salute.
Wow, boys. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank
Next
you. Babe,
question.
say shout out to you for powering through me doing this and
Helping.
helping and getting beer and
I also said she was your lovely wife.
Lovely wife. Sorry.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure that was clear.
Thank you.
Nice.
I don't want no problems.
Okay. All right. Let's do a kicker tilt.
Wow.
It's me, Young Wei Koo, and Brett Maher. Is it Maher or Maher? I think it's Maher.
Damn, both of them are gonna do well today.
Maher, I hardly know him.
They're both in a dome, right? It's Atlanta. It's in Atlanta, that game.
Yeah.
And then I like
No, it's at Tampa Bay.
it's at
South
Tampa.
side. And then Brett Maher against the Rams at Los Angeles.
Doesn't matter dome either way. Let me get mine. I don't think the Cowboys find the end zone too often. I think it's a lot of field goal kind of game, defensive struggle.
Give me Young Wei Koo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have him as my number 3 kicker this week.
I love Young Wei. I love him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think Atlanta
No, they don't
finds
produce
the
anything.
end zone,
No.
and I think they get stalled out somewhere around the 30 and 40 a lot. So that's just
They're both good though. They're both good kickers right now.
yeah.
But all right, let's take Koo. I'll go with that. Young Wei's been on a lot of my teams.
Oh my God, Giants, you suck.
I can't believe this game's
I'll be back
2020.
quiet.
I
Giants
just
just
That
fumbled, just
question-
muff the kick,
Oh,
muff
sorry,
the
man.
kick, and fumbled it out of bounds. Thank God.
yes.
Oof.
Yes.
Yeah, Dak a top 10 fantasy quarterback when he comes back, and the CD a top 7 receiver when he comes back. There's going to be a lot of spread around with the offense when Dak is back.
Yeah, no. CD's
Yeah.
top 7 and
Top
potential.
sure.
10.
Yeah.
I would go like top 12, maybe.
No, top 10. It's Dak.
CD's doing. Hold on.
When he was healthy and he's right, man,
Let me
he's like
run something
QB4, bro,
real quick.
QB5, like QB3 production wise. Like, yeah, give me Dak. I don't love him and whatever, but he's a top 10 when he comes back. I don't know if the minute he comes back, because we saw Russell struggle with that thumb. It took him a couple weeks last year to be able to start throwing the ball right again. So if he rushes it back, maybe it takes him a little while to get going. But I would love to have Dak Prescott on my team weeks 8, 9 forward and through the playoffs. Like, I'm going to trust him to be a top 5 QB the rest of the way at the end of the season.
I mean, and
Saquon
talking about CD
Barkley is
Lamb,
questionable
with
to return.
how much time is left in that game?
lot.
About another quarter or so.
Still a lot. Jeez,
Yeah, so like 8 minutes left.
Oh wow. Yeah. So even CD with Cooper Rush has finished wide receiver 8 back-to-back weeks. And granted, that was against the Giants and against Washington, but he's wide receiver 14 right now on the season in PPR formats. He's
Yeah.
actually, yeah. So I mean, when
I thought
that comes back, that can only help. It's not going to get worse.
I thought CD had an outside chance of being a top 5 receiver this season anyway.
I think
Top
he
3
still
even.
does,
Yeah,
yeah.
he still does. So
For sure.
if he's already
yeah.
putting up these numbers with that, yeah, I trust that part of it 100%. But then as far as the Dak side, yeah, it like we don't like Kyler Murray's having a whatever blah season, right? He's like QB6. You know what I mean? Like You're not paying
Is he
attention
really
in his
right now?
QB6 all of a sudden, So give me Dak to come back and be able to definitely be one of those top 10 QBs. Top 10 is easy for me.
Is he really QB6 right now?
Yeah, I believe he is. I believe he is. Something like that. Top 7 at least. He's not
Wow.
lower than 7.
That's rushing upside for you. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
that's smashing
QB6, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So
No,
fourth
I mean,
quarter.
you're right. 9,
Yeah,
7,
yeah.
22, and 7 weeks 1 through 4.
It's just,
Wow.
fourth quarter, we're losing by 30. Like, here comes Kyler and,
Sure.
30 yards rushing, couple touchdowns. And 100% shout out the Tilt squad. Love these dudes.
Yeah, shout out to the squad. You guys drove the show today, big time. Like, wow, we had a
I'd like to thank our on-field correspondent, Zach, today for being all over the country, giving us
being in
up-to-the-minute
Minnesota and-
reports,
yeah.
making it from Minnesota to Detroit in a record time.
I'm just going all the way back to the top to make sure I didn't miss any. Did we do this one for Zach, Gabe Davis, DJ Moore, Rondale Moore? Oh no, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. First two.
Okay.
Gabe Davis, and that's when we made the Chef Grittis team.
Oh, that's the one where we yeah. Yep. All right, so we're at 12 o'clock. We did it. You guys have been great.
that time.
This has been an amazing show. Like and
That
subscribe,
flew by.
please, if you're listening or watch it on YouTube and like what you heard and saw. We do it again every Sunday from 10 to 12, and just come join the Tilt Squad. This has been great. You guys really killed it today. Good luck. Go get them.
Indeed.
Yeah, and if you like what you saw today, check me out at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the
Yes.
Dynasty Happy Hour.
Yeah, if you're a Dynasty enthusiast, that's the place to go, man. DHH, shout out Tyler and DHH and the whole crew over there. You guys got to check that out if you're into Dynasty, for sure.
All right.
For
And until
sure.
next week, we will see you as Saquon breaks the 30, the 20, and he's out at the 15-yard line. He is back in the game, and a big, big run by Saquon.
Saquon.
Hope you enjoy the games this week. We'll be in touch. We out.
See you next week. Good luck.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Sunday Tilt. Visit us on YouTube at youtube.com/thetiltisreal and like and subscribe. We're live every Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you all next week on The Tilt is Real.